Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin, Game Master for the Vaesen mini-campaign. Tonight we are joined by Gail, playing the dashing and ever-stalwart Colonel Clarence Ridgemont. Shawna, playing Harriet Bradbury, the dutiful house servant with a questionable history. Matt, playing Father Leo Metzger, a priest who long questioned his faith, but is now finding that maybe, just maybe, God does have a plan for him. And Shawn, playing Harry Tuttle, a doctor lacking of courage and increasingly questionable bedside manners. And lastly, Jay, playing the prudent and charismatic industrialist Augustus Buckminster, will be out for a while. We hope to see you soon, Jay. So in our last session, the players continued their investigation at the Reed farm. The affliction affecting Lori Reed was worsening. It appeared that the skin around the wound was taking on a green and brown coloring like moss, and the skin texture was turning coarse and scaly like bark. Dr. Tuttle, while back at the castle, spent time trying to discern the type of Vaesen that could be troubling the Reed farm. He narrowed it down to a witch, ash-tree wife, or a woodwife. His studies went well into the early morning hours until Deborah calls him to bed. During the night, she wakes him up to say that she saw a figure at the end of their bed. Dr. Tuttle sees the figure himself. He looks very similar to the figure in the painting of Charles Barrett, hanging in the parlor. In the morning, he goes to fetch the staff of St. Christopher from the artifacts room, and he notices that the lifelike painting of the tree in the forest has taken on a new look. It shows a crude stick figure type structure hanging on a tree with an acorn seed growing out of the chest. Knowing that this may be the clue to Laurie's condition, he speeds off back to the Reed farm. The afternoon before, young Angus Reed takes Colonel Ridgemont out to the old cabin on the family property, where he likes to play fighting the British. Colonel Ridgemont entertains young Angus for a while, but during a bout of rain, they take refuge in the cabin. Angus explains that this is where his father and grandfather grew up. Upon a cursory inspection, Colonel Ridgemont finds dried blood splatter on the wall. He thinks this is where Jonathan shot himself. He also finds a note crumpled and tossed into the old fireplace. It is a farewell note from Jonathan explaining the family curse and his coupling with the woodwife. Outside, they hear the calls of the fox. Colonel Ridgemont gathers the others and they go towards the wood. Harriet calls out and a young boy answers, saying he is looking for his father, and then runs off into the woods. The group is reunited that evening, and in the morning they decide to go into the woods to resolve the issue. After 30 or so minutes into the woods, a deep fog rolls in, and a voice calls out to each person in their head, trying to turn them back or against each other. However, taking courage with their fellow companions nearby, they resist the calls. Then 5 figures appear. They are lean, scarred men with what appears to be deer skulls in place of their heads. One raises a musket and shoots at Father Leo. Colonel Ridgemont, Harriet, and Augustus return fire, dropping the one holding the musket. The other 4 rush in. After a brief melee, in which Dr. Tuttle decides that discretion is the better part of valor, runs away. The group puts down the 4 men, but sadly they learn that these are the 5 men missing from the logging camp. Gathering Dr. Tuttle, the group makes their way to the center of the forest where a large oak tree stands, just like the one in the painting. The woodwife appears, demanding that they leave before they get harmed. The group pleads with her to try and reason with them that Laurie and the rest of the Reed family are innocent, but to no avail. Things look grim for the group until Augustus speaks up and tells the woodwife that she cannot stop progress, that more and more men will keep coming until there are simply too many for her to deal with. She has indeed seen the progress of man over the past few hundred years, and sees wisdom in Augustus' words. Augustus tells her that he'll purchase the land to make sure that it does not become exploited and despoiled. With that promise, the woodwife and her offspring leave the woods and head north, promising to end the pact that she had with the Reed family. Harriet takes the acorn from the wooden idol. The group returns to the Reed farm and finds that Laurie is awake and alert. Her wounds seem to be disappearing. They tell Sarah that the curse is now lifted and that Augustus will stay back with her to discuss buying the property. And now for individual recaps, we'll start with Shawn.
Finally, somewhere I can be of use. Back to the castle to do some research. My specialty. So I feed a potion of all things, elixir, alchemical compound, not quite sure, from a gnome who still refuses to give me a blood sample. Anyway, I feed this to my horse, and boy, he turns off like, like hell's tarnations chasing him. And when I make the journey back to the keep in a matter of hours as opposed to a day and a half. Phenomenal. I'm not sure what kind of science was in that elixir. Things I need to learn. Anyway, so I get inside and get right to it. And I managed to narrow it down to witches. Seems a little generic. A wood wife and a ash tree wife. And kind of seems like a wood wife to us. So, after much research late into the night, even after a tough ride, I head to bed. And later that night, Deborah wakes me, and there is a apparition in my room. She is a bit sensitive to these things, I suppose, being a little closer to the veil than I am. But anyway, I digress. Something to investigate. Make a mental note. One apparition sensed the presence of another apparition. Apparently, I wonder if he could sense her in return. That makes her closer. I'm gaining. Anyway, the apparition fades away after I get a bit of a look at him. Granted, it was quite late at night, and I had been up well past the hours of good vision and well rest. And he's on a picture down below. So, interesting. But anyway, I go back to bed after he disapparates. Is that a right word? I'm not sure of the terminology when a ghost fades away. Ghost, apparition? I'm not even sure what that terminology is. But I digress. Back to bed for a few hours, up early again, and I grab the shepherd's crook for our priest. And a curious thing, the painting we have shows a symbol hanging on a large tree, an ash tree by chance. So I sketched that down. It's got to be a portent, perhaps. This device can see the future, maybe, or give a glimpse, something of that nature. Either way, I grab a quick bite to eat, feed my trusty horse the second piece of this elixir, and tear off like bat out of hell. And a few hours later, I am back at the Reed farm, and I corral my companions, and I show them what I found. They fill me in with a few things, and then before I know it, I'm being herded out to the woods. What? Wait a minute. There's things in the woods like bugs, poison ivy, unsavory things, and apparently monsters that eat people or make them disappear. Same in my opinion. And pretty soon these men, well, we know they're men now, come out of the woods wearing antlers and deer skulls, and they attack us and shoot at us with muskets. I'm a doctor. I heal people. I don't shoot people, attack them. So I did what all educated men do in that situation. Retreat to the rear, fast as I can go. Tried to use that horse elixir. It didn't work at all. Must have some kind of blocker or something. Note that for later. Must test that further. Anyway, so my trusty companions, the colonel and even the priest and the red-haired fire lady, they all let into him and subdue these gentlemen, which apparently were the missing woodsmen we found later on. And we continued deeper into the wood, where we came across this alewife, ale witch, or whatever you want to call her. And our merchant man, our railroad man, proceeded to negotiate with her and basically convinced her to move away. Apparently she's going somewhere in Canada, somewhere north, where there'll be less population, less people around, which I suppose is the best result for all of us, as she didn't seem terribly concerned and was more than willing to continue to try to fight with us and anyone else who came into the wood. So we beat a hasty retreat after that discussion, and we got back to the farm, and the young lady was miraculously better. I didn't get a blood sample from her, though. Oh yeah, but I haven't had time yet to really sample it. So there should be some kind of residual effects that can be seen within her as she was impacted by a curse. Is that magic? Maybe. Anyway, things I need to research further. I'm excited, Deborah. One step closer.
I'm still trying to figure out my companions. There's the creepy doctor, the very earnest priest, and the red-headed woman who I think works for me. I'll have to check with the steward. I'm not sure about that, but she seems to be familiar with me. It's very strange. And this railroad person who is the worst personification of new money. This is what happens when they let people come up in the world. So the doctor's gone researching our problem, and the Reed daughter's not improving. And the boy, Angus, seems a bit bored, so we go outside just to let him work off some steam. Seems really interested in finding out whether I kill people or not. But okay. And we go to the cabin where his father died. And that was a disturbing scene. You can see the blood where he died. Don't know why anybody hasn't cleaned that up, but I did find in the fireplace a note. And Jonathan Reed, from the note, took his own life in remorse for what he did. And he told a story of the lady in the wood and the pact and how he honored the pact, and I guess by fathering a child, and he felt tremendous guilt and killed himself, thinking that maybe the curse that surrounds his family might be broken. I don't know, but it's caused that one decision, just ramifications everywhere. But it had been raining, which is what forced this inside. I took the note with me because I wanted someone else to read it. And we heard the fox. And the son told me that the fox started appearing after his father died. So I wonder if there's a connection. Things are so strange, maybe the fox is Jonathan. We're gonna have to figure it out. But we head back inside, and I show the father the note, and we decide to pursue the fox thing further. The fox speaks and asks about his father. I think this is the son that Jonathan Reed was talking about. And he warns us about his mother and how angry she is. Don't know what's going to happen there. The creepy doctor returns, tells us about woodwives, ashwives, and it seems maybe that's what this creature is in the woods. So we decide it's time to move forward, time to bring this to a close. He also showed us a talisman, or a picture. He sketched a talisman from a picture back at the castle. And we think maybe the daughter is somehow bound to the talisman and that's why she's ill. So we're hoping if we can get to the Lady of the Wood, destroy the talisman, maybe the daughter will be cured? Don't know. As we go into the woods, the fox is there warning us off, telling us his mother is angry, and then runs. And then we start seeing the fog like we did before, and these creatures come out, and they start firing on us. No stranger to combat. That's why I have my weapons at all times. I return fire. My servant apparently has a gun. I don't know how that happened. She's firing. And we finally do put these creatures down. I do really want to make sure that they're dead because I want to make sure they're not rising again. Once is enough. The doctor does come back. And the woodwife comes to talk to us. And that horrid railroad man is the one that actually talks sense to her. I don't understand. But it's him she listens to and agrees to leave. We return back to the house and the daughter is healing. So I think we've resolved our issue and we need to figure out what happens next. But I don't know what kind of life we're starting on, but it can only get better from here.
The 3rd day of July in the year of our Lord, 1839. Heavenly Father, I find my thoughts increasingly drawn toward the narrow boundary between faith and fear. What began as an ordinary day soon gave way to signs and wonders I cannot easily dismiss. Young Angus spoke again of strange dreams, whilst I sought to comfort Sarah Reed, whose burdens grow heavier by the day. Though I prayed with her and offered what reassurance I could, I left with the troubling sense that earthly concerns alone do not account for the suffering that has settled upon her family. The following morning brought a moment of unexpected certainty. With the shepherd's crook, when the shepherd's crook was placed into my hands, I felt a warmth unlike any I have known before. It was more than the comfort of a familiar symbol. It felt as though the Lord had offered quiet assurance that he had not abandoned us in this wilderness. I hesitate to place too much meaning upon feelings alone, yet I cannot deny the peace that accompanied that moment. Later, we entered the woods once more. The forest remained oppressive, with whispers drifting through the trees where no speaker could be seen. There we encountered a strange being who appeared as a satyr. He spoke of the Reed family, a totem, and wrongs committed against those who dwell in the forest. Though wary of such creatures, I could not ignore the conviction with which he spoke. For the first time I wondered whether our task was not simply to confront evil, but to understand a grievance long neglected. Before long we were confronted by men wearing deer skulls, the same figures whose presence has haunted these woods from the beginning. Though I believe they had not come seeking battle, bloodshed soon followed, and I was forced to act. With the shepherd's crook in hand, I struck down one of the attackers and watched the others reveal themselves as ordinary men beneath their disguises. Though I have witnessed death before, taking a life myself while carrying a symbol of my calling has left me shaken. I pray my actions serve justice and not pride or fear. At last we came upon the grove of the woodwife. Amidst ancient trees and deep silence, We learned more of the grievance that had festered between her kind and the people of Tinsborough. Though I could not condone all that had transpired, neither could I wholly dismiss her suffering. We impressed upon her the truth that mankind would never cease its advance into the wilderness, and that continued conflict would only bring further misery. By God's grace, she accepted our counsel and resolved to depart northward, taking her son and sacred acorn with her. As we left the grove, I felt not triumph, but relief. For once, the burden before us had been lifted not by sheer violence, but by understanding, mercy, and the hope of reconciliation. Such moments strengthen my belief that even in the darkest corners of creation, peace may yet be found when pride yields to compassion.
Well, honestly, this adventure has panned out as well as could be expected. Miss Laurie seems to be recovering. The contract with the woodwife is broken, and she's moving along to less populated areas, and Miss Sarah is safe with Mr. Buckminster's purchase and promise to protect the reedland. I am saddened by the loss of the workermen. I fear Father Leo was correct. We shot them. I shot them. I wonder if they would have risen anew once that woodwife vacated. The deeds are done. We all acted from a place of preservation. 5 missing loggers and 5 dead men on the forest floor before us. Now I don't quite think this will be the end. That woodwife in the forest, I felt some intrusive thoughts bringing me back to the horror I had to endure in the Colonel's woods, my home, something I cannot ever discuss. I have concerns that they know. They all know, and will use the horror of that sacrificial trade that day to haunt me, to manipulate me. I sincerely hope this knowledge does not contaminate the Colonel's heart. He truly is a great man, and I'm honored to be traveling by his side. The knowledge, in the end, the sacrifice Mr. Reed made to protect his own family, they demand it. I know what I did back then was the right course, trading that young boy for the safety of the rest of the Ridgemont family and farm. These creatures can be vile, but not all. Mr. Mangus was a little dear. I do hope he enjoys his new cap and silver bells.
Thank you, everyone. So kind of just touch on the last session. I was hoping that somebody would do what Jay did and brought on that this was a losing battle for her.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if you would have fought her, I don't know if it would have gone well for the group. And if you would have stopped her and chopped down her tree, if you read stuff about woodwives and stuff, her land would have become basically swampland. Mm-hmm. So that whole farm would have become useless to everyone in the region and stuff. So it's kind of neat that it worked out the way it did. But
I think we were trying to negotiate some kind of maneuver.
Yeah. But yeah, I think, as you'll learn in this game, combat is very, very deadly. But okay, so we'll move on. So the group had saved Laurie, saved the farm. Augustus is going to purchase the land and make sure that it stays in the Reed family, and he'll take some of the wood as needed for his railroad business. Mm-hmm. The rest of the group takes the long day ride back to the castle in Haverhill. And anything you want to do when you get back. So it's July 4th, 5th?
I think it's probably the 4th.
So 4th of July, you get back. It's a long day's ride. Again, it's probably like 6-7 hours, but it's nice weather. You make it back to the castle by...
You see fireworks going off over the hillsides and stuff.
Maybe.
In like random towns.
Yeah, as you're passing through different villages and stuff like that. But you eventually make it back to your castle. As you pull up to the loop that leads to the front door, Grady's there waiting for everybody.
That's what I was looking for. His name is Grady.
Grady.
Yep.
He ushers you all into the castle and asks how everything's going.
I think many of us are exhausted from the last few days. This new lifestyle has taken a bit of a toll, at least on me. I think I speak for many of the others.
You all look worse for the wear, if I may say so. But nonetheless, dinner will be served within the hour. Fresh drinks are poured and cigars are waiting in the parlor for you. If you would like to kick your feet up and unwind.
Thank you, Mr. Brady.
I'd really like a bath.
I can draw water for a bath, heat it up. Do you want one after dinner or within the hour?
After.
Okay. We'll make
Would
sure
be
water's
sufficient.
drawn for you.
Drag my luggage upstairs.
Your room is in order, sir.
So does I'm sorry. Does Grady know about the mission we were on?
Not really. I mean, he knew Dr. Hansworth came. He knew the conversation, and you guys had left, and Dr. Tuttle came back. Not the British one. Okay. So he'd known that you guys had gone off to do something, and Dr. Tuttle returned, and probably prepared dinner for Dr. Tuttle that night, and breakfast before on the way out. So I knew you guys were doing something for a few days. But yeah, within an hour, so you probably all reclined or go to the parlor and kind of just sit
I'll return the shepherd's crook
to the artifact room.
Yeah.
How about your acorn? You keeping that, or?
I'll put that up on a shelf in the artifact
Okay.
room.
So you do.
Has any mail arrived for us? Messages?
Maybe put the acorn near the
The
painting.
forest painting?
What's the painting show?
It's just the tree now.
Just the tree now.
Just the tree now.
Does the forest around it look changed? Because the forest we were in was oppressive.
Dark and dead. No, it looks like a bright, well lit, airy forest.
Okay.
I'll make a little tag that says Acorn of a Woodwife and wrap it around the acorn and set it somewhere.
Yeah. Do not put into.
Do not plant.
Do you got Groot?
This is not a Groot. This is not a Groot seed.
But yes, you asked if any mail had come, and he will say yes, a letter did arrive. Would you like it after dinner or
Now.
now?
Would be best,
Okay.
I think.
So he will hand you a letter. Are you going to read it out to the group, or I'll
Yes.
just read it out loud? But to whom it may concern, I write to you with grave concerns. I have heard of your special skills in matters such as these, though I am worried, my hand shakes as I write this letter, for I fear the wrath of the Almighty at what I am about to blaspheme. I fear our village is under some sort of curse. We have done something, and the devil has come to torment us. I do not say these words lightly, but I am not of strong mind or disposition to deal with these forces such as these. We are losing our livelihoods. The boats return empty, if they return at all. I forget myself. Let me introduce myself. I am Councilman Philip Ballantine from Sandy Bay, and I beseech your most guided and gifted help. I am at a loss as to why we have fallen under such a curse. But the folk talk of things best not remembered, old tales of old ways. The fishermen, some have begun casting the ruins again for fortune and guidance. They are turning away from the Lord. They talk of sea folk and that have come to hurt us for forgetting our ways. This is blasphemy and hurts me to my very core. Please come and help. Your servant in God, Councilman Philip Ballantine. Let me know if you want me to reread any part of it.
It was the fishermen return empty and there's sea folk that are attacking them?
So, we are losing our livelihoods. The boats return empty if they return at all. But the folk talk of things best not remembered, old tales of old ways. The fishermen, some have begun casting the ruins again for fortune and guidance. They are turning away from the Lord. They talk of the sea folk that have come to hurt us for forgetting our ways. So he said this is from Sandy Bay. So he hands you that and then announces that dinner's ready, so you can all discuss this over dinner.
Where's Sandy Bay from here?
So you guys would know that Gloucester, which is on that little hook coming out above Boston, Sandy Bay is part of Gloucester.
So it's not too far away, a couple hours or something.
It's going to probably be like 4 or 5 hour drive, yeah. So, but I don't know if I mean, you can Google if you want Gloucester. See where it is on the map.
Just by our other home in Connecticut. What was the island we had our home on?
That was in Rhode Island.
That was Rhode Island. I thought it was Connecticut.
No, we were in Rhode
No,
Island.
okay.
So a few hours carriage ride away?
Yeah, because like, if you can see this, like Haverhill's up here, Gloucester's down here, Boston's down here.
Mm-hmm.
So you go through Ipswich, Essex to get to Gloucester, and then
All the Lovecraft influences.
yeah.
A lot of bug eyes around.
What's that?
Bug eyes.
Bug-eyed people.
Yeah, a little deep one influence.
So you can have dinner. Again, part of what you can do is afterwards, again, consult the library and you can do rolls for natural history, history of the land, occult history, that kind of things. If you want to try for those.
After dinner, I will excuse myself. I feel the need to clean up. It's been a lot of writing lately, and I prefer not to perspire much. As I dab my head with my gross handkerchief, and then I will head upstairs and get a bath and
Get your own bath.
clean up and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
and
right,
so he'll
that's
announce
right.
that he has a bath upstairs as well. Remember in the castle, there's that one room where
Yeah.
you draw a bath.
Okay.
So, you're going to take a bath first. He'll have that
Yeah.
ready for you and some tea afterwards. And if Dr. Tuttle wants a bath after, he'll prepare that for you.
I don't remember. Is there like a small chapel?
Not that you've seen. There wasn't one in there
Okay.
in the original.
If there's not any like small prayer room in the castle, I'll maybe just after dinner I'll go out to like maybe like the garden area.
The koi pine
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
I was thinking of taking a bath in the koi pond, but not if others out there.
I don't know if that would be very ladylike.
No.
Down. Yeah,
Wait, my turn.
just clean up.
Everybody's taking a bath.
Yeah.
Well, it's been like a week or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty gross.
Yeah, so we'll just say everybody's had their turn in the bath, and it's probably getting into the late evening, early night.
So,
Drinks again in the parlor if you want, but there's the library as well if people want to spend time there.
I certainly would.
Well, I think we have to decide: are we going to depart immediately in the morning?
I think we should spend some time and research.
So we know a little bit more about what we might be getting into.
As we know that monsters are real.
We do. And knowing what monsters in it ahead of time might be good.
Give us some indication of how to proceed, yes.
And was there a like a ledger or anything of events? I don't think there was.
Events
Oh,
were
That it happened.
like events that previous investigators had like.
Someone keeping a logbook.
yeah, I'm
or-
sure there is. Again, you could say kind of like what we did for Hunter. Do you want to look for occult stuff? Do you want to look for natural history? Do you want to look like local history? Because you can like divvy up who's going to do what. Because remember, you have 2 floors of a library. One of them's devoted strictly to occult, and the other's probably more where people would have contributed local or natural history.
I think I'll go after the occult stuff. You know, sea folk, that sort of thing. Any occult
Okay.
stuff in that region.
I'll look for after dinner prayers. I'll come back and I'll look into like Sandy Bay's like village founding, like specifically like the original inhabitants and their like early practices and beliefs, because that letter specifically called out sea folk that have come to hurt them for forgetting their ways. So maybe it's something that's not being practiced anymore, and that's what's affecting them.
How's Colonel Ridgemont going to do?
So I'd like to focus on like local legends, stories, that type of thing.
Harriet?
Cleaning her gun.
It does need a good clean. But after that,
She's got a taste for the blood.
gotta find maybe a book on sea creatures or sea mythology.
So a servant of mine is literate and armed. Wow.
I've had to teach the boys how to read.
Alright, we'll start with Dr. Tuttle if you want to do learning roll.
Logic and learning? Or logic and investigation? I was the same.
They're the same, yeah, it just depends which would get better.
And I get how many dice for the library?
2 plus 2. So you each will get a +2 with the library.
Am I library?
You're using the library, so remember that confers with just a +2 bonus to anything.
Or, I mean, do you want me to make the library?
Yeah.
Which one was that again?
Learning or investigation, whatever one you feel is you're better at.
I got 1 success.
So we're combining that with our
So you're gonna do
core skill.
Yep.
Yep. So
That would
logic,
be logic plus.
either learning or investigation,
Plus two.
2 for the library, correct? And again, roll. If you don't get anything, doesn't mean you don't find it. It means you're probably gonna spend all night looking versus finding it.
I order brandy or whiskey.
I will take my books upstairs and Deborah's going to help me.
2.
I got nothing.
4.
Oh, Colonel Ridgemont nailed it. Alright, so Dr. Tuttle, so you were looking more for occult type stuff.
Yeah, sea folk rumor, that's what a sea folk would that mean?
Right. I mean, you're going to find that sailors always have story of mermaids. Even on the New England coast, people reported seeing mermaids. Sailors who give a mermaid a coin to get a kiss, that kind of thing. Also, tales from, the old world, from the North Atlantic, that sea serpents lived in the oceans, kraken, lindworms, and stuff like that. So you find out, no matter where you are located around the world, there's always going to be mythology about mermaids, sea folk, sirens, right? Exactly. It's pretty common no matter where you are, and New England seems to be no exception to this. Colonel Ridgemont, so you run local legends?
Yes.
Okay. So what you find is that the original inhabitants of the land were the Massachusetts people, Indian tribe that lived in the area that's now known as Gloucester. They would fish the waters off the Atlantic, and they were known to leave tributes along the shore for the water spirits to appease them and to grant them good fishing harvests. Stories also said that they believed men and women lived in the sea, and they could control the weather and take on forms both of sea people and of the land. It's kind of what you learn. So they were very aware of things that lived near the coast and made sure to honor them, appease them, whether it be leaving food or trinkets or whatnot, as a bounty or a thank you, so that they could go out and not be afflicted by storms or, bring in a good fishing haul.
Okay.
Leo. So you want to know more about Sandy Bay?
Yeah, it's like its foundings.
Oh, can I ask a
Yeah.
quick question? So, do they say particularly like the offerings are left in a particular place, or are they just given to the sea?
You don't find anything particular about where they were left. It's just, they would fish along the coast and stuff. So
Got it. Okay.
if there was a special area, you don't find anything yet about that.
Interesting.
Leo, Father Leo. So Sandy Bay is now, it's considered part of Gloucester. Gloucester is a few miles south on the inner side of the bay, or the hook or the horn. This is more of a remote part of it. Kind of what you're going through newspaper articles and stuff like that is it's very underdeveloped and poor. There's a small harbor up near Sandy Bay that the fishermen use, but it's more of Gloucester's known for the commercial fishery, where this is more, people eking out a living along the coast. So the foundings, it was originally, again, the Massachusetts people that lived there before the settlers moved in, and then as the English moved up from Boston along the shore, they kind of pushed them out and took over, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And here you're looking for sea critters, life, and stuff like that. With your role, you're just finding out that ocean life mainly is, or what the fishermen mainly go for: mackerel, cod, haddock, bluefish, tuna, lobster. Whaling is definitely in its heyday now. And seals and harbor porpoises are often seen around the land. You do, again, kind of what Dr. Tuttle found out is there are some legends of merfolk type creatures. People, for lack of a term, call them mermaids, just because that's what always was brought over from, UK, Scottish, Irish type lore. Even along the Germanic borders of the North Sea is mermaids. So that's kind of what you find. And it takes you most of the night because you're just kind of peeing through. You kind of lose yourself, so you're spending all night kind of looking through.
It's the biggest library I've ever been in.
But, so for the most part, I think everyone around 1, 2 o'clock drifts off to bed except you. You're still in the library reading away, kind of lost in thought. Go ahead and give me a vigilance roll.
Just one.
Okay. So you're sitting there, probably everybody else is turned in by now. You're reading by candlelight, a couple of candles around. And for some reason, you just get that odd feeling that you're not alone in the room. And you glance up and you see an apparition. Someone well-dressed, bearded, mustache, watching you from across the room. And as soon as you look up to acknowledge or see him, turns and then just walks through the wall that leads out into the grand hallway.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you're in the library here on the second floor, it kind of just turns and goes, because you're probably sitting at a table or something here, so it just disappears throughout the door, whether you want to get up and see.
Yeah, I'll just get up and look down the hallway.
Yeah, so you
Did
get
I
up
really
and
see that?
open the door, and there's
Nothing going on.
nobody there. Now, I don't know how much you told them about what you saw.
Oh, I told him that.
Yeah, so right now, your only knowledge is what you just saw here.
Could I seek out Grady? Is he maybe downstairs somewhere?
Yeah, if you go down to the parlor, because you know that there's a bell that he always says ring if you need help or you need his assistance.
I'll ring that little bell.
Yeah, so everybody else can give me a vigilance roll just to see if you hear the bell ringing, if it wakes you up.
What roll are we doing?
Vigilance.
I went downstairs and rang the bell.
2.
Yeah, so you hear it.
1.
You hear it.
I mean, these are
hear
just
it.
like servant bells?
Yeah,
usually?
you know that it's like a little bell.
It's
that,
not.
great. Yeah, it's not something dong. It's,
Yeah, so it's not like an emergency or the doorbell ringing.
Right.
It's like somebody's.
you know the bell. Yeah,
Vigilance, okay.
you would have heard it because you guys probably have rung for Grady in the past.
Okay. There's no need.
But that's what you
Yeah,
hear.
there's no need
You
for me to
hear
get up.
a tinkling the
One.
one. So you all hear somebody ring the bell downstairs.
Okay.
Whether any of you get up or
No, somebody needs hot chocolate.
so Grady will enter the parlor. Madam.
Good evening, Grady. Sorry to bother you so early.
Not at all. I'm always present.
I fear I've seen a ghost. Is that a common thing in the castle?
Yes, this castle has a few spirits.
And many tapestries.
And many fine tapestries. He was a well-dressed man with a mustache.
So
looked
he
up at
will-
me and disappeared.
He will light a few. The parlor's probably dark, so you just probably brought down your candle that you were holding, the little candelabra or whatever.
Sure.
He will light a couple of more candles within the parlor and point to you the paintings of the former society members up on the wall. And which one did you say it was, ma'am?
I'll look through them all. Do I see him?
Yeah, you see.
Okay.
him.
That's the one.
All right. That is Jonathan Laurie.
It's a different one than mine.
Yeah, you saw Charles Barrett, the Linnea's husband. But he was another.
Is there any? Oh, could you tell me anything about Jonathan Laurie?
Oh, he was just one of the original society members who sadly passed away 50 years ago. Yeah, in Maine, as the others did.
Do the ghosts often visit?
They live here. They're stuck here.
Okay. Are they here to interfere or anything, or are they just making themselves known?
I don't think they even know they're here.
Okay.
They just seem to wander. I've never had any interaction with them. Miss Linnea, when she lived here, never. We could see them, but I don't know if they're just on a memory.
Okay. I didn't know if maybe he made himself known that I was to question him or get some information from him.
We've tried to talk in the past, but they seem to just move on.
Someone's always watching.
Yeah. Anything else I can do for you?
No, thank you, Grady. I'll retire now.
Very well.
With my candle lit all night long.
Yeah, you didn't feel anything malicious or anything when you saw it. It was watching you, and then when you looked up, he walked away. So yeah, morning will come. I'm sure Colonel's probably the first one up. Father is up shortly after for prayers.
Mm-hmm.
The good doctor, I don't know what he's doing.
You don't want to know what he's doing.
And then Harriet, you were up late last night, so
Yeah.
I don't know how well you slept, or if you're sleeping in, or if you're still getting up, but you're just a little fatigued.
I'll be up once it starts getting rowdy out there.
Yeah, I mean you'll smell the food cooking, of course, because Brady's gonna have a big breakfast for everybody. But yeah, so we'll say 7-ish, 8. Everybody's kind of like up and moving downstairs.
I'm going to spend about an hour looking at a few things in my microscope. The remains of the elixir. I'm trying to figure out what the hell that was. Was it that he gave me to give to the horse?
Do you want to do a medicine?
I do.
Okay, go ahead. Two. Okay. I mean, you're looking through it. I don't know, like, per se, you're looking for...
I'm trying to determine ingredients.
Yeah, I mean, it looks oily. I don't know if you're going to see so much, but it doesn't seem like there's anything particular that would make you think this. Why would this make this horse go so fast? Nothing like... I don't know what level of microscopes were back then, but like you're not detecting like methamphetamines.
Yeah,
Something.
you would probably more likely have to use some type of like other solutions to like test it and dilute it, and
I don't know how good the science is in the
Yeah, I was gonna say, but I mean,
But that would be my start, is looking at it through my magnifying, through my...
yeah, you're not seeing anything like cellular
Alright,
movement.
so maybe I
or-
can't tell too much from that. Then, if that's a no-go, and I'll, obviously I'm a scientist, so I'll notate that. And then try to, alright, is it soluble? How does it react to oil? All the different
base or acidic, and
Right.
Yeah, if you do that, I mean, it's definitely kind of an oily type substance. Yeah.
Come on, Kevin.
Yeah, I know, you're trying to get your elixir of life.
That's the shit I do all the time. Unobtainium.
Yeah, there you go. It's magic.
Even a word, oily.
Father Leo.
It's very slick and smooth touch. And
yeah. Yes, Harriet?
Last night I stayed up late in the library, and I was visited by a ghost. A man resembling Jonathan Lorry in the portrait in the hallway there. Mr. Grady says that many of the previous society members stay here and visit, but he also said they don't interact. I thought perhaps his presence was a sign, but...
So Matt, not Father Metzger, I think he said they're trapped here? Did Grady think they were trapped in the castle?
Where we go when we die.
Is that... Yeah.
Well, he just said they don't interact or anything. He
Oh, I
thinks-
thought he said they were trapped here.
Well, no, he thinks more that they're just
Hang on.
they're here. I mean, this is what their home was, and as far as you can tell, it just looks like, as far as he can tell, or what he's observed, is they just go through a cycle of appearing and walking the halls, but
Okay.
they don't like.
But they don't interact with anything.
Right, exactly. Anybody there or with any objects or anything.
Okay.
It's kind of like, a spirit died, but he goes back to the place where he knows things, or whether he didn't pass on for a reason, that's debatable.
Well,
Okay then.
believe the thought is that ghosts are sometimes spirits that have a sort of unfinished business or an additional purpose in this life. And whether that's the Lord working to help them fulfill that goal, or some version of purgatory for the sinful that have not yet atoned to make their way to the gates of heaven. I don't believe I could say.
Father, do you think this will be our fate, as we're now so-called adventurers?
I wouldn't consider myself an adventurer at all. I think we are simply individuals that may have been either gifted or cursed, however you want to look at it, and we now have a role to play.
Did you find anything in your studies?
So you called down during this conversation? Or?
I'm assuming that we all talked about what we were finding because we were all in the library. I mean, you were the last one in there, so I think probably after each one of us was done at various times, it's like, all right, I'm closing the books.
Okay.
This is what I found. So, but yeah, it sounds like the village of Sandy Bay. Most of the current inhabitants pushed north from Boston and pushed the original inhabitants out, and I mean, as it seems with the being that we just encountered, if you disturb their old ways, bad things will happen.
Do you think there's anything useful we could bring with us from the artifact room?
I think we'd have to go back up there and
have this conversation in front of the painting. That seemed to give a portent.
Very good.
Okay.
We'll finish up this bacon and head back up.
Piece of candy.
Alright, so after breakfast you're gonna go up to the artifact room. So you'll just see that the painting is still of the tree, but again, a good version of the tree. Nothing. It seems to have changed from that. Nothing that showed that what you would think would be ocean or seaside or anything.
There was a conch, right? Conch shell
In the artifact room?
I
think
don't
so.
think I got everything. Broken heart.
Come into the room
Cornhusker.
and say, Peter the painting.
Maybe.
You just call him Peter
I
the
don't know if I
Painting.
got him.
Peter the painting.
So there was a dragon scale, a sharp tooth, a cup carved from a horn, a tiny stone carving of a headless gnome, a wooden flute, small clay pot, the 10 by 10 painting, a painting of a hand emerging from the sea holding a bottle, a cracked harp missing most of its strings, top hat in perfect condition, cold iron nail twisted into the shape of a cross, the jar with the eyeball, the brass clock, and the staff of St. Christopher, the corn husk doll with the iron nail driven into it, and now the acorn.
Okay, I totally lied.
Yeah, okay, so
I will start to recite our letter in front of Peter the painting.
Peter the painting.
nothing changes with Peter Pan. It seems to be just stuck on the wood.
What are you talking about?
What else would you call a painting?
I would call it a painting. I certainly wouldn't give it a formal name.
Well, one might call it the artist's name.
I don't know who the artist is. So I have to call it something other than the painting.
Is there an artist's name or
See,
Perhaps
yeah,
Peter
nothing
would
in the corner or anything.
make it more akin to being friendly to us.
So that would be funny if there was Peter.
Painted it on itself.
Yeah.
Everybody's watching, I'll add that. No. I don't know, I thought it was worth a shot. as if they'd seemed to try to aid before. Perhaps we had to be deeper into the mystery.
Could you describe the hand that's holding a bottle?
It's a painting of a hand coming out of the
A
sea.
painting of a hand emerging from the sea holding a bottle.
Like the Lady of the Lake with a sword, but it's got
Yeah, it's like a wine bottle, but it's just clasped around a neck. Look, that's all.
Does it look like it's filled with a liquid, or
Just looks like a green bottle.
a woman's hand or a man's hand.
Say a female's hand.
Left or right?
Left.
Caucasian?
It's white, yeah.
Scales or skin?
It's like white skin. Like
So it looks like a regular person's
hand, yeah.
Okay. Just a lady.
Yeah.
but the bottle itself doesn't look like it has any particular contents?
No,
it's just
it's
green
like
bottle.
a green. Yeah, this is like an oil painting, so
Okay.
you know.
Was
How much?
green glass popular back then?
I believe so.
I mean, I think even Romans and stuff colored glass, right?
Yeah.
Most likely been green or brown.
Brown, yeah. Because usually it just prevents the sun from spoiling the contents of it, like wine. That's why you would color glass, because the sun would,
Protects the
right. The sun would normally
Same thing
spoil
with
the
beer.
sediment and stuff, right?
Same thing with beer.
Right.
That's why you do
So
it.
that's why they would use colored glass to keep it safe or prolong its life.
As it were.
There's no signature on this painting either, is there? I don't know.
The collection.
We got to get into our archives, I think, and understand these relics. That perhaps we can use their powers.
So maybe we spend a couple more hours in the library, and
Where's Augustus? Put him the task.
Did Grady have...
phone Jay real quick.
Grady,
Yes.
do you have any background information on what each of these artifacts is known for or capable of?
No, just this is stuff that the society just brought in from
Various
their
places.
their places, right, that they've been to, or things they've helped people out with.
But there are, I believe you told us there are journals and diaries of the former members here
Yeah, they would probably in the parlor or library, but you know,
in the regular library,
right, the regular library,
not
but
the occult library.
right, that's the second floor.
Well, do we want to maybe?
Did you tell us about your visitation?
Mm-hmm.
Were you where were you when that happened?
It was in the back of the library.
The occult library or the standard library?
Standard library. Downstairs. And he simply showed himself, and as soon as I looked at him, he...
I saw a apparition as well when I was here doing research upon our woodwives.
Doctor, you should not hide these things from us.
Was it you who rung the bell last night?
It was not so much that I was hiding it. I just did not think it was relevant. Similar, but it was this fella. And I point to, what's her name's wife?
Husband.
Husband, whatever. And it appeared and then faded away shortly after.
I wasn't
Well,
threatened at all.
let us hope Grady's correct and they are not malevolent.
I think we need to go to Sandy Bay. How else are we to unravel our next mystery?
Well, just from the things that I read, this may be solved with just simple gifts to the sea.
But what gifts would these beings of the sea
Doesn't say.
request or expect? Perhaps we could take a few items from the artifact room and research them a bit more. Maybe some of the items that might have a connection to the sea. Perhaps the huge tooth and the
Dragon scale.
painting of the hand.
So you're looking more for what the Massachusetts people would have normally left as tribute?
Maybe that, and also if we can just look up some of these artifacts that we have, see if we can find any information on them. I think specifically maybe that the big shark tooth, the painting with the hand and the bottle, and I don't know what else. What else draws you to the sea in that artifact list?
There's a Violet Island liquid.
So it's a jar with something in it.
It's the eye. Remember the eyeball kind of.
Well, at least Jay's not here to drink it.
We could have him drink it. I heard of this rumor. A guy named Eli.
All right, roll to hold him down. Down the hatch.
So, Kevin, if I was going to try to recall something from my travels, what kind of rule would I want to make?
Would definitely be something either logic or empathy, right? More mental.
Maybe inspiration? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Who knows?
they don't really give you, but whatever you think would justify.
I do agree with the doctor. We should probably make haste to the village if they are in danger, but also going in blindly would be potentially hazardous. So maybe we could find some way to appease these sea folk that were mentioned.
I mean, what you do know from, I guess, just, native lore, though, is a lot of times the offerings were just of food or, trinkets, whether that be like arrowheads, stuff that they would manufacture themselves, not that they're,
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, yeah, because the Indians
crazy.
weren't technologically
Right,
advanced, so
yeah,
they
so,
wouldn't have
right, so it'd be
good.
maybe
a
like
lot of-
arrowheads or,
Yeah.
netting material, foods that they would grow on lands, corn squashes,
Okay.
nuts, berries, stuff that's obviously not found in sea either. But that's generally the kind of stuff that the native population would have left as offerings.
Just arrange some seashells and a cool little pattern, some seaweed swirling around it.
Is there more for us to research? I mean, we spent the afternoon researching and really didn't come up with much. Some
Well,
basic area information.
No, and again, the only other thing I suggested was maybe researching or trying to research a couple of the artifacts that might have a connection to the sea.
And there is journals.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to go through, it's going to take a while just to kind of go through.
Ed Lewis arrangement?
Hmm?
Is that Ed Lewis
Yes, it's
arrangement?
going to be something like a big library that if you want to spend time to go through, you might find stuff, you might not.
Okay. Well, I'd say maybe let's spend the rest of the morning doing some other research that anybody wants to, but probably around noon we should head out. Because we were all up at around 8 for breakfast. So maybe it's a little after that.
Very well. I will research the painting of the left-handed lady in the bottle.
Left-handed Caucasian woman
Yes.
in the bottle.
I am intrigued.
I'll take the shark tooth.
Well, just a sharp tooth.
Large
Oh.
fang.
Ah,
Yes.
I got a vampire tooth.
well.
Probably bigger than a human. Probably something you could fit in your hand type thing.
Okay.
Wow. That's
In
a big
the
tooth.
regular library, is there basic mythologies from other parts of the world?
Yeah, I would think so because again, they're coming from a society does span globally. So, plus a lot of history would be pulled from Greek, Roman, that kind of stuff. So I'm sure there would be books about that kind of.
So, I recall reading travel books and whatnot that the Japanese had a monster, or a water monster, called a kappa. And they were appeased by certain things. They would take people into the water and drown them and whatever. But if you gave them certain gifts, they would leave them alone. For the kappas, it was cucumbers.
That sounds preposterous. Who would be happy with a cucumber?
Kappas, apparently. So I think we may need to find what is going to appease.
We don't know what the creature is.
See what was left in the past.
Do you think it's a kappa?
Well, that was very particular to that part of Asia.
Probably not.
But my suggestion is that it may be a specific gift.
Sandy Bay. Sandy Bay's ethnic population is Irish, German.
Probably a lot of that,
Polish.
Pushed up from Boston and stuff. Which,
But there were indigenous people there beforehand.
yes, the Massachusetts
They
tribe.
drove them out.
So,
Right. So it would have been a lot from England, Scotland, Ireland, Germanic. But it was interesting in learning some of this stuff because I was going to work it in. Is Spanish and Portuguese were a big portion of the population in Gloucester because they were getting pushed out in Boston area because as more Irish and German people came, they were pushing, the people of more Spanish descent away, which they went up to Gloucester and settled there. So it's kind of interesting mix of, you get this again, but again, these are all seafaring peoples.
correct.
So it makes sense that that's where they're going to gravitate for work, is
Yeah,
fishing
Spain,
and whaling
Portugal,
and stuff like
yes.
that. Exactly. So it's kind of interesting
see.
to learn that. So yeah, it would be a mixture of all kinds of ethnicities, but probably English, Irish are probably your biggest population types up there. I mean, if you want to spend a few hours kind of going through notes just to see what some of these items may be, because you've never really done that yet.
I'll try to study the clock box more. I know I opened it up once and it had moon phases.
Yeah, so you can all just do investigation rolls and just
Okay.
we'll just say, we'll take it up to noon or 1 o'clock. Just kind of everybody just reading through stuff. Just let me know what you're reading.
Nice roll.
Fucking 7 days. Somebody's got a channel J apparently.
So the doctor's mind is preoccupied.
Too much time with the microscope.
How'd Harriet do?
No.
So remember, you can push rolls, but then you're going to have to take a condition. So whether you want to start with a condition or not, it's up to you.
No, it was just we're not really truly thinking anything.
So you were looking at the clock, right?
Yeah, I was looking. Well, I've already investigated it, but I was looking to see if there was any writings on it. If anybody, where it came from, what it was used for.
Nothing that's there. I mean, what you could tell just from looking, and I don't know if I've explained this before. So it's a rugged brass clock in a small traveling case, which tells the time accurately and never loses a minute so long as it's carefully wound each day. It accurately records the phases of the moon as well as the local noon, sunrise, sunset, starrise, and local midnight. So it's got a lot of, if you need to know time of day and when the moon's going to rise and stuff like that.
How big?
I mean, definitely, probably I'm thinking everything back then, like, steam work and a lot of big cogs and gears and stuff like that. So
Suitcase size.
yeah, probably suitcase size. You were looking at what though?
Painting.
The painting.
The hand of the bottle.
It's a nice painting of a hand bottle.
It's a strange thing to have a painting of, in my opinion.
Well, it's just a matter. It's more of a matter of where was it pulled from. You know, it might not even had anything to do with the sea. Like a lot of these artifacts could have been, you know, they were investigating a case with a myling. You know, a dead baby, and maybe that was hanging in the room where the myling. Who knows? But that's a lot of the things that were collected over our time. Is just the things that were pulled from cases they dealt with. So. Does the painting necessarily have to do with the sea? I don't know. It could have been tied with a baby or something. What were you looking at?
I was looking at the tooth.
So it's a big tooth that's as long as your hand. Did you roll it? Or
Nope.
Okay.
I just didn't know, like, I really, I guess, was looking through their journals or
Yeah,
logs,
go ahead,
and then also maybe some books on, you know, like large predators.
Drama.
It's not. Nope. Nope. A lot of fives.
Well, we
No
kinda sucked
sixes.
on it all the way around, didn't we?
No, I mean, again, it does look, you know, it's a large tooth.
Yep.
The only thing that you could just, your limited knowledge of nature and stuff, you would think maybe somewhat, you know, like a canine tooth.
Okay.
But, I mean, that's a big tooth.
Okay.
And was the colonel going to look at anything specific, or?
No.
Okay.
Just stretching his legs and resting.
Brush up on my nautical terms.
Hopefully.
Ahoy! Off the port bow!
For the servants, it's just Grady and a cook, right?
Grady and whoever is helping with their. Well, you've got the stable boy, who's from. He's the one that is employed from the town. But I don't know if any of you ever actually went into the kitchen, or I think somebody looked at one point, but it was more like wee folk doing it. Was it you, Harriet? Anything?
I don't think I
I
did.
thought so.
Wouldn't have been me.
Okay.
Boss man, don't do that.
So it's probably going to be like 1-ish, 2 that you guys want to head out towards
Yeah.
Gloucester.
I guess I'll bring the crook again.
Okay. I want to bring the clock.
Yeah, you
Kinda
can load the
heavy,
clock.
but-
Don't you?
Curious.
There,
We have a-
you
we have
guys
coach.
got a coach, yeah.
Yeah.
As
Bring
we spend the morning,
Maybe Peter wants to go.
Does Peter want to go?
The 10 by 10 painting or the small one with the bottle?
Oh, the 10 by 10 one. Sorry, Peter, you're a bit of a lard ass, so guess you gotta stay here, buddy.
Doctor, do you feel all right?
In what way? I do feel a bit warm.
Perhaps drink some more water before the trip.
May have been the problem last time. Overhydrated.
Alright, so we'll say around 2-ish, you guys all pile into the coach. Who's gonna
Are you writing
drive?
that painting?
No,
Okay.
I contemplated it, but it's rather large.
I'm riding my own horse.
You're gonna ride your horse alongside again? Okay. It'll be Harriet, Doctor, and Father Leo in the coach. Who's gonna drive the team?
Have I ever driven a team of horses?
Doubtful.
Yeah.
Father Leo? I mean, you guys could have the stable boy do it.
Guess
No.
we're the stable boy.
Oh, okay.
What else is he doing?
Yeah. Take care of the horses. so-
Okay.
We're taking the horses.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, he'll get everybody's whatever artifacts you're bringing along. Probably change your clothing as well. It's a nice day out. We're now into July 5th.
Yep.
So it's a little bit warm but sunny. It's going to take a few hours to go down. You're going to have to go through Ipswich first, Essex, and then you'll hit Gloucester, and then you're going to turn northeast to go towards Sandy Bay. So it's going to be a while. So we'll just say that the ride's going uneventfully. You pass through Ipswich, and then as you get towards Essex, which is probably 7 to 8 miles from Gloucester, if I'm looking at it right, you'll notice that heading east, the sky is definitely dark and overcast. You know, you're in sunny weather right now, but as you're heading east, you can see you're definitely riding into a storm. Once you clear Essex and actually start getting towards Gloucester, you'll know the rain starts coming down. It's like a drizzle at first, and then it's picking up in intensity. By now it's 6, 7 o'clock, pulling in through Gloucester, and the rain's definitely picking up. It's coming down. And
so we stop here and give our poor driver some.
Well, you know, Sandy Bay is not that much farther through, so whether you want to push on through or...
We're already wet and miserable.
Is there an inn in Sandy Bay? I have no idea.
Where would be? I mean, it's a harbor town.
Well, yeah, but you also said it was really just a town that supports locals. But, I mean, we could potentially stop for dinner in Gloucester.
Maybe a hot meal, some chowder.
Yeah. And then maybe see if anybody maybe we see if anybody's heard anything. So let's find maybe an inn.
Yeah, you'll find
a decent restaurant or something.
Yeah.
The Cranky Crab Inn or something like that.
Oh, it's run by Shawn.
The Green Crab or something like that. Yeah, you find a small inn along the way. Cranky Crab?
Yep.
But yeah, so you'll go in, the boy will hitch up the horses, Colonel's horse, since he'll be waiting out here. And go in, it's been raining, it looks like it's been raining all day here. It's just a few people inside at the tavern at the inn, and just want to take a seat at a table, or...
Yeah.
Okay, server will come over and, you know, we've got clam chowder, we've got...
Chowder.
Chowder. Biscuits, right.
Make sure the stable kid has some money so we can get his meal.
We would pay for it.
Probably pay for it and just send it out to him, right?
You just serve him.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm not sure how
That's
that
how the colonel gets a hit. Yeah, we'll send a bowl of chowder out to him.
Yeah. You gotta take care of the wait staff, otherwise you gotta do it yourself. That's terrible.
You pay for your retainers.
But yeah, I mean, you'll get some food served, and again, there's being a rainy, miserable night, not many people are out there, so. So you folks just passing through? I can't talk about it. What brings
We're
you
headed
to
for Gloucester, where we're headed for Sandy Bay.
Ah, that's not too much farther.
Is there somewhere to stay there?
Yeah, there's an inn, Headwaters Inn. Not much else in Sandy Bay, but they do have an inn.
What was it? Headswater?
Headwater, yeah.
How long has the weather been bad here?
The storms have been rolling in quite a bit lately. It's a bit unusual, especially this time of year. Usually the winters we'll see a lot of rain and stuff come in off the Atlantic, but yeah, it's been unusually wet this summer so far.
For how long?
A few months.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the fleets will go out during the breaks, go out to the Great Banks, and fish off there for a few days, then come back. But right now, things are kind of slow just because of the weather.
Have you been missing any boats here?
Gloucester? No. It's word up north or up in Sandy Bay that they have though.
Bad luck, it sounds like.
That's the storms, which is out of game meta, but it is interesting when I was reading about this that 1839 in this area was hit by 3 big storms, and I was like, this is just writing itself. It's kind of neat, but yeah, it did happen. There's like 3 major storms that did a lot of damage. But yeah, you'll just tell you, the word is coming from Sandy Bay that they are having a lot of troubles up there.
Well, what do the people here say?
It's just rough weather. They're losing the boats to the weather, and you know, we're different. They're more local fishermen, where it's more commercial fisher out here. We got bigger harbor than them, so we're able to send out bigger ships. There's more smaller boats up there.
But I mean, I've been around sailors. They talk themselves up. They tell fancy tales. Certainly there's something being said that's fantastic and unbelievable out there, no?
I mean, the waters used to be, well, they still are out in the banks, but locally I hear it's been getting harder to fish. That either the shoals are moving farther out into the sea, or they're just not catching them like they used to.
No fun sea monster tales to tell the children at night?
I mean, as the priest just said, you know, sailors are always going to have tall tales. You know, mermaids, sea serpents, that kind of thing. I say it's rubbish. I mean, there's porpoises, seals, sharks, all inhabit these waters. That's what they're seeing. He'll ask you if there's anything else you need, or you need a room for the night, or you heading up?
No, I think we're going to push on. As long as the weather doesn't get any worse.
Can't help you with the weather, but...
Well, if we have to turn back, we'll come back.
Very well.
How much further is it from here to Sandy Bay?
Not more than a couple miles, so
Okay.
shouldn't be that long. So watch yourself on the roads. A lot of wet spots and slippery spots.
All right.
Yeah, so head on.
Yeah, back on the road.
Alright, so you're just going to head up, yeah. So it's just going to take you, because of the rain and stuff, it's really just going to take you longer than just what would normally been a half hour or whatever to travel up there. So we'll say within an hour you're finally making your way into Sandy Bay.
Okay.
Very dark, thunder and lightning's crashing now, and it's definitely coming down in sheets. You pull into the main street area, and there is an inn that you can see. Not much else. It's very small town.
How many buildings does it look like?
I mean, you can tell just between the flashes of light, because again, nothing's street lit or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got your town hall type thing, a church, housing along the coastline and stuff like that, and then the inns at what looks like at the head of a inlet or bay. But from what you can tell, there's not much to it. This is definitely
Okay.
a poorer community.
Under the best of circumstances.
So as you're getting out, each of you can do a vigilance, but you're gonna need at least 2 successes with all the thunder and lightning going on, and wind.
vigilance. None.
I got one.
Oh, one.
Yeah, well, you're gonna need 2, so if anybody wants to push anything, just because again, there's so much noise with the thunder, lightning, rain, wind, and so again, pushing. You can choose which condition you take, and
I'm gonna push for a frightened.
frighten because of the storm.
Yep. And then re-roll it. Do the same.
Reroll. Keep your 6 that you did get.
And re-roll it.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
Hooray.
Yeah, multiple 6s. You're hearing. So as you pull up to the Headwater Inn, and he's got some lanterns in the windows, so it's casting some light out. Everybody's busy trying to rush in before they get too
Completely
wet.
soaked.
Right, exactly. Just as you're stepping out of the coach and heading onto the porch deck, you hear what's like. It's a weird. It's like a barking, like a dog, but it's different from a dog sound. Like, you've never heard something like it's coming from the bay, which is just, as you know, across the road from the inn.
Seal?
It's loud. There's a lot going on. It's barking type sound. But you're the only one that hears that.
I'll kind of focus in on it for a minute and then.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of them out there, whatever it is.
Oh.
So as you all make your way in, so this place is called Headwaters Inn. You step in, so it's a 2-story building. You step in, there's like a tavern room, and you'll see a man behind like a bar type thing. Big 40-ish, looks like in his mid-40s, tall, barrel-chested. He's got big mutton chops. Has a cigar in his mouth, and sitting at one of the tables are a couple of locals, kind of like nursing a drink, eating some food, that kind of thing.
I will approach him and
welcome. Again, I'm not going to do accents, but welcome, Travis. You need a room for the night.
We will, but most pressing, we are looking for Councilman Philip Ballantyne. Would you might be able to send a runner to see if he's available at this hour?
Well, we're probably saying it's like 10, 10, somewhere.
It is of a pressing matter that he personally contacted us and requested our presence here.
Well, he's probably asleep, to be honest with you, but I can have him be here in the morning, but...
Oh, that would, I think, be...
You're more than welcome to
Acceptable.
Spend a night here. I've got a couple of rooms upstairs, and so as you're all looking around, and again, it's just a couple of guys at a table drinking, and in the corner you'll notice one table that has 5 chairs around it, kind of like pushed in so nobody can sit in there, and then the center of the table is like a brass bell, like that would be on a schooner or something, and around it are 5 candles lit.
It's a recent loss.
Yeah.
That's what you would gather, yes. Any food for anybody or drinks?
A hot meal would be most appreciated.
Like an hour.
We just ate at that other end, but
Say yes.
We got chowder, we got lobster,
Lovely.
biscuits.
Anything that's warm.
Yeah, right now. We'll get that for you, sir. And pick a table. Just not that one over there. Oh, by the way, sorry, but my name, if you need me, is Quentin Hooper.
Colonel Richmond at your service.
The locals that are sitting at the other table, is there like 3 or 4 of them?
Yeah, just 2 or 3 guys, yeah.
Do they appear to be fishermen?
Yeah.
I would think?
Yeah, they would have their... Well, in July, I don't know if they're so much in sweaters right now, but...
Probably not.
But-
Once I get a beer,
Yeah.
I'm assuming I got a beer, I will wander over to their table.
Okay. And they'll look up at you and kind of like...
Gentlemen,
eyeball.
I apologize for interrupting your reverie. But I'd like to buy a round of drinks, if I may, and ask a question or two.
You'll definitely elicit a couple of smiles.
I'll get a round of drinks coming for him.
Mm-hmm.
May I sit?
You don't recognize that accent, but not from around these parts, are you?
No, we are not. Me and my companions came at the request of Councilman
Philip. They'll finish it. Ballantine, yes. He sent for you, huh?
Yes, he seemed to think that your town had fallen on hard times.
That's an understatement.
Can you enlighten me?
Where do we begin? You see the storms, they never seem to end. It's always raining. We get a couple of breaks of sun. But it's hard. It's hard making a living when you can't go out to sea.
Of course. Why do you think it storms so much here?
Well, some of us say we're cursed.
Cursed by who?
The devil himself. You know,
Why would the devil care about South Bay?
Sandy Bay, you mean?
That too.
Well, if you talk to Father Rogers, he will definitely tell you that we're a bunch of sinners and we've turned from the Lord, but I don't think that's the case.
When did the storms really start becoming the common?
About 4 months ago.
4 months ago.
And one of them will chime in, I've always said, when they built that new lighthouse, that's going to be a bad thing. Shortly after that new lighthouse was built.
So the lighthouse was finished 4 months ago,
No,
roughly?
about a year ago.
Okay.
And the other guy will kind of laugh and it's like, yeah, it's just, I think
What do you think changed?
this place is getting overfished. One of the guys will chime in. We had the cannery open not too long ago and, that good money if the cannery's there. We can sell our fish right here in town instead of having to go down to Gloucester. And more and more people were fishing the area because it was very good here. And I don't know, 4 months ago, just started going to pot. I mean, storms can't last forever, right?
I wouldn't think. But you can think of nothing, no strange event that predicated the storms.
No, I mean, first we noticed the fishing was going bad. Fish were driven away. Some of the folk remember the old stories of leaving tribute to the ocean, so what the heck, it's our livelihood at stake. Some of us thought we'd try it, and the priest thinks that's blasphemy.
So you left offerings in the surf?
Yeah, throw some food out to sea, and overboard as we're sailing out. Some leaving out near the lighthouse, which is on the island right outside of town.
Is there a particular deific entity you were giving these offerings to?
I mean, stories go that the Indians used to just leave offerings, and the first peoples that came up and settled the area did the same for a while. But as the word of God came through and church and frowned upon it, that people stopped doing it. But I don't know. I mean, does it hurt us to try if it's going to improve our livelihood?
I would not think so.
That's what we think, but there seems to be a divide amongst the community about that, led by Father Rogers.
Father Rogers, the only church in town?
Yes, Unitarian.
Unitarian.
Is that the right?
That it's all religions, not just one.
But I mean, it was mainly the first Protestants turned into, I think, Unitarians and stuff. Or the first settlers. But yeah. What did I have? Unitarian Universalist.
Interesting.
So.
Well,
So what brings you folk up here? You don't look like the fishing type. Sightseeing?
Yeah.
Not much sights to see around here.
not so much. We are investigators of a sort.
Investigators.
Yes.
We're here to help with your troubles.
You can make the rain stop?
Maybe.
Well, it'll be interesting to see who comes back tomorrow. Fleet, if you want to call it a fleet anymore. A few ships went out the other day. There was a break in the weather. They thought they could fill their hulls. Headed out. They're due back tomorrow. Though with this storm going on, I don't know. I don't know if any of them will come back.
So, when you were a boy, did your father fish? Was he a fisherman?
It's all we've ever done. That's all we know here.
So, when you all would go out, you would give a gift to the sea
Not
as
usually.
a child. Did your father do that? Give a gift to the sea?
Sometimes they would throw stuff over. I mean, what sailor hasn't told stories about seeing a mermaid and throwing a gold coin or a coin over to try to fetch a kiss?
But if you figure probably one person a boat does it, it's a lot. So does no one do this now?
They're doing it now for the last few months since
The storm started?
storms, boats went missing, people...
And the weather's
He's going to
gotten...
glance over at the table with the candles.
And the weather's gotten worse?
Storms are almost nightly.
Even with the gifts, the storm's gotten worse.
Something. I don't know what these gifts you keep talking about. I mean, it's native legends. Indians used to leave offerings. That's all we know.
What's so special about the lighthouse?
Oh, it's just the old one burned down a couple years ago, and a new one was put out on the point just to warn the boats coming in that there are rocks near there.
But one of you thought it was going to be a problem?
That was one of the other guys. Yeah, it's like whenever the lighthouse came in, it just seems like the fish started drying up. Fishing started drying up.
Was the lighthouse built on the same site, or was it a different site?
Different site. Let's...
I'll buy another round of beers.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to keep... So you'll learn more of this in the morning, but just so you can kind of get it. So this is a map of the local area. So you can see the lighthouse at that little island, Straight Mouth Island they talk about.
We're at the inn right here.
Yep, you're at the center of that little bay there.
And where did the old one used to be?
It's the other
Yep.
dot here.
Yeah. It's somewhere right along there.
Yeah.
Do I have it written down? Yeah. Yeah.
What was this?
Food from last night.
That's the last offering.
It's a little
Was a fishing boat.
It's lo mein noodles.
Jeez, I don't know where it comes
So this is Asian themed. It is a kappa.
Good tie-in.
So this dot here was the old lighthouse?
Yep.
Yeah, so again, you won't know that because it's dark and raining, but they're telling you that there used to be an older lighthouse along the shore, burnt down a couple of years ago, and they just finished the new one this past year, up on Straight Mouth. Don't worry, I don't think I left any X's you aren't supposed to see like the last map. Jay's like, what's this X up here?
Never mind.
The pirate treasure's buried.
Nothing to see here.
And then the new lighthouse
is on that little island.
On the island. The old
Correct.
one was here?
Correct.
Okay.
And,
This is kind of just what you're gathering from them talking. You don't.
and it
really...
seems like the bad weather sort of coincided with that.
No, we'll just say the one. Daryl. Daryl's the one guy. No, ever since they put up the lighthouse, it's just been harder to fish. The storms just started like 4 months ago. He doesn't think it's so much the lighthouse tied to storms. He's saying the fishing's just been getting rougher.
Just coincidental.
Yeah, it's
How far out do the boats usually go when they fish?
depends where they're going. If they're going for the banks off the shoals, so there's 2 banks. George's Bank's about 100 miles out at sea. So
Okay.
again, that's where the fishermen will gladly tell you. You know, they'll take big schooners out and they'll, net fish, and that's where a lot of the Gloucester fleets go, is because that's where you can catch big hauls.
Fish.
1,000 miles out is the Grand Bank towards Nova Scotia. Those are the 2 prime areas. There's a couple of smaller shoals closer.
1,000 miles away they go to fish?
Doing the
Holy
research here.
shitballs.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you move closer? Jesus Christ.
But those are the 2 big banks where there's always shoals of mackerel. It's commercial fishing. They're going to go where they can load their boats up fast. George's Bank is 100 miles, so the guys would go out, usually be a day or 2 that they're out at sea because of traveling and stuff, but throw in bad weather and whatever else is out there. And,
Yeah. And I guess the benefit of the boat is it doesn't stop moving.
No.
As long as you got the wind, you're still
I
going.
mean, what are you doing in a day? 50 miles? A fishing schooner?
Maybe more. What will Google say?
well, that's what I was curious. Is how do
Christ takes
How did they?
three-quarters of a month
You
to
wonder
fish.
why sometimes it would take so many days. People you think they would just go out and fish and be home that night. No, maybe
They're out for
yes, maybe if they find smaller shoals closer in, or that's more of again, it's kind of neat. Look, if you take smaller boats out, you could throw out a line with literally hundreds of hooks and catch fish that way, where out in the shoals the schooners are throwing nets out, so guys could then go in smaller boats closer to shore and try to catch, but you're not catching as much.
Different styles.
Yeah, you're not catching as much with that method.
Yeah,
but
I mean, they 11 miles an hour, so they're covering almost over 250 miles a day. So it only
with
takes
good
like
weather
4
and stuff,
days
right,
really
yeah.
to go out that far, if they've got good wind the whole way. So yeah,
Alright, so they can scoot pretty good.
Yeah.
Just seems crazy for them to go that far, It's like, what?
Well, if you can fill up the hull in one catch,
Sure. I mean, obviously
you can
tell
turn around and
I don't have much commercial fishing experience. So.
yeah.
not on you.
And I'm sure some of them would also supplement that with lobster, being along the New England coast. So that's probably closer to shore too. But these guys aren't risking it. That's what they're telling you. That they're not going far out anymore. If anything, they're going to do day fish.
yeah. Speed to market. Speed was highly valued in the fishing industry, so the crew could get their fresh catch back to port before it's spoiled.
Yep. And they'll explain if you're asking too. The cannery was built a couple years ago there, and that process is you salt the fish, you dry them out and salt them because there was no refrigeration or anything back then. So the quicker you could get the fish
Can
there,
them with lead cans.
yeah.
That never created any problems, right?
But the quicker they could get the fish there to get salted and dried and then canned, the more money that there is to be made.
Was that what we were watching? That was the problem with it. Was it the vampire?
No, we watched that too. It was the Arctic ship.
Yeah, the Arctic ship. Was a vampire that was loose or a monster?
No, it was like an Inuit, like a spirit monster kind of thing.
Cool thing. It was a pretty cool show.
I don't remember what it was called.
It was the 2 boats that
Yes.
got caught in the
Yes,
ice.
in the ice.
It was a crazy bear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because did they
Relentless or something?
It was something. I thought it was in
The
the name of the boat or
Resolute,
something
yeah.
like that.
did they kill the Inuit lady or something?
Oh, because they were trying to find the their way through the Arctic.
Northwest Passage.
Yeah, they were trying to find the Northwest
They're
Passage.
trying to beat the ice.
The bears fucking snatched him.
Yeah, didn't they cut a person's tongue out or something? Or the lady's tongue?
Yeah, maybe that's why the bear was going crazy. I don't know.
There was a whole bunch of
Yeah, that was a good show. I
stuff
mean,
on that
most
show.
of that was
Yeah.
factual, other than the creature out there with them. I mean, they really.
How do you know?
But they
Because they claimed that they found where some of the guys were buried.
Yeah.
You know.
They all had lead seals on the cans.
Yeah.
Yep.
To try to keep the stuff from
Fresh,
spoiling.
yeah.
It's like,
And an old driving him nuts.
Yeah.
All
You're
wacky.
trapped in ice. You can't go anywhere as the ice is moving your boat around and breaking it.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
Thank you, gentlemen. I'll buy another round as well. Yeah, keep them lubricated.
Yeah, I mean, they're more than willing to talk. They don't, now that you have opened up with alcohol,
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
they're going
Who
to talk all
doesn't like free
night.
drinks?
Exactly.
Sign me up. But after we thoroughly milked them from information, it sounds like we probably have at this point,
Yeah, I mean,
we'll fade back to our own
yeah.
area and say, well, sounds like we need to go talk to Father Rogers and then perhaps the new lighthouse. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
Is it warm in here?
I did get really warm, yes.
Yeah, I
Thank
mean,
you, Harriet.
again, the thunder and lightning just keeps crashing outside, and
So it's 55 out and it's thundering and I'm sweating.
yeah, exactly.
Maybe it's the fact that you're wearing, 80 pounds of dead animal.
Fur.
Carrying around a dead woman.
I mean, there's a fireplace and stuff going
Yeah,
and everything,
yeah.
but
Got my cloak out on the chair.
you'll.
It's just all the photos Shawna does of your character. He's got
With
this
that big
big
fur coat.
burly
Yeah,
fur
yeah.
coat. It's great.
But Quentin will bring out some food for everybody, and make sure you're well fed. And so, what brings you folk to our small town?
Actually, it was your
Valentine?
Councilman.
who sent for us.
Yeah, I mean, we're hard times here. It's true.
How many rooms do you have upstairs, my good man?
I've got 3 empty right now.
Okay, we'll take all 3.
Yeah, not a problem. I don't think anybody else is coming here for a while. But
Who operates the lighthouse currently? The new lighthouse.
that is
Dagon the Young.
Brian Gibbon.
Did he operate the old lighthouse?
No, that was old Geordie. He perished in the fire. Old Geordie. Some even say he still haunts the ruins if you go up there.
So it just burned down?
Yeah, it was, the lighthouses use whale oil and stuff to create the fire that then reflects through the glass.
And who did he say runs the new one?
Brian Gibbon?
Given.
Brian Gibbon?
Yep. The other guy was just old Geordie. But yeah,
Old
the
Geordie, the
lighthouse
priest of
caught fire one night, and by the time we could get up there with buckets, it was
Too late.
too late. He perished in the flames.
Is Brian local?
Yeah, he lives out at the lighthouse.
I more meant, is he
Oh.
originally from the...
Everybody's from here, yeah.
Okay.
Or Gloucester. We're trying to get our own town set up here, so we don't have to be under Gloucester's charter anymore. That's probably why Councilman's trying to get you up here. We just want to make sure everything gets through, all the paperwork, and we have a future up here on our own.
What else is involved in that?
In what? Becoming a town? I mean, that's his business, but I mean, he has the support. We pay our taxes and stuff to Gloucester because we're Gloucester. So we want our own independence from them and set up our own town here. Which is a fact. They became their own town at the end of 1830.
But I guess,
it's
like...
now Rockport, Massachusetts.
But I guess, is there like an ongoing process for that right now?
Yeah, it has to go through government. Probably state capital, Boston and stuff, but councilman's keen on getting that pushed through this year.
Boston the state capital of Massachusetts?
No, I think Springfield is.
Oh, yeah, that's all right.
But for this sake, we're just going to say it's.
I was curious.
Yeah, no, I think Springfield or somewhere else is the capital.
Is there any?
What's the term for that? For like breaking off for like from a controlling town and becoming like your own
Incorporation or something? Oh, Gail, would you know what that is? I don't know.
Not me.
I usually use.
They're just trying to break off from Gloucester.
Yeah, it's basically in real life. They wanted to have their own control and not be a part of Gloucester anymore. So.
Well, I think you incorporated because you were trying to get into a different tax.
Yeah, basically, it's like Gloucester's doing well with commercial fishing, and this is just got the cannery, so they kind of want to keep the money up there and not send it back down to them.
Okay.
It is Boston.
Is it Boston? Okay.
Quentin, do you have any history on the new island that the lighthouse was built on? Anything unique?
I mean, it's just a rock. I mean, not much to it. I know that's where a lot of the fleets that are coming in will sometimes have to pass through that area, so the lighthouse is kind of needed in that area to just warn them of the rocks. Especially nights like this where you can't see the front of your hand. You're kind of dependent on the light from the lighthouse to kind of guide you to where you need to go.
Well, the lighthouse used to be further in the bay.
Along that shoreline, yes, but it made more sense when they were rebuilding a little farther out. More.
It's called urban secession.
There you go, urban secession. But like the gentleman told you, it's been a rough 4 months. Lost a lot of men, a lot of ships. And as it says that, he'll kind of like nod towards it. Yeah, that was the last fleet that went out. 5 didn't come back. I mean, that's the risk every sailor takes, but.
I'm assuming Gloucester doesn't want to. Is not really keen on Sandy Bay breaking off.
They like our money, right? Especially with the cannery that's generating quicker turnaround time. I'm sure they want to keep that part, but.
I don't think we can rule out that maybe
foul play.
Politics involved.
There's always politics.
I'm turning in for the night. I need my rest.
Father,
take
would
one
you
of the
mind?
rooms for yourself.
Would you mind sharing?
Oh, I don't like.
Oh, I certainly would not. No, absolutely not. That would be most inappropriate. I believe perhaps the Colonel and I.
Okay, very well.
Do you bring up
I'm very skinny,
anybody
by the
about
way.
what you heard?
Well, he's just kind of
outside
giving
that?
her the hairy eyeball. Like,
I didn't know if you had mentioned to them or anybody else.
I could ask.
It would be, yeah. Sorry, it would be entirely inappropriate for you to ask, I think, if you wanted to share a room with a
I didn't know where I
priest
would sleep.
or your
We would be the
employer.
safest one.
that's why I asked for 3 rooms. One for the creeper, one for you, and we'll
Okay.
just deal with it.
Okay.
I need a double bed.
No.
This isn't a Holiday Inn.
He didn't. Did he bring the big luggage box with him? The smelly one?
Just a little formaldehyde.
Mr. Quentin, there, when we were coming in, it seemed quite loud with the storm and thunder. But I did hear sounded like dogs barking, maybe, or is there abundance of seals nearby?
Seals everywhere.
The seals.
Yeah, they've been making a ruckus lately.
Are they lacking of food too? it would seem.
I mean, if they feed off the fish and the fishing's drying up, but yeah, they're normally lounging on the rocks and stuff, but this storm hasn't whipped up. They're out almost every night. They're yapping away.
Did that start right around 4 months ago when the storm started?
Hi.
Well, thank you for your hospitality.
Yep. Anything else you need, I'll be down here probably till like 11 or 12, or as soon as I can kick these guys out. But breakfast is
I'll
ready.
slide in a little more money to give them another round or two, and I'll give them a nice tip.
Appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, I'll have breakfast around about 7 o'clock if you're hungry. I can wake you up if you want, or just come on down.
Is that when you would expect the councilman?
I mean, he's going to be up and out first thing in the morning. I can have I'll send one of the stable boys to go fetch him and have him over here if you want.
Okay.
I'll let him know if he's expecting you, he'll be over here.
Where is our stable boy staying?
He's in the
He's
stable.
In the
Yeah,
stable.
he sleeps
Where the boys are.
He stays with the horses.
Okay, just checking.
Stable. Yeah, people
Yeah,
stay with their stuff.
He's going to sleep on a hay pile.
Okay.
That's what they did.
Okay.
With a
Stable boy
blanket.
doesn't
Or if
need
he
a bed.
brings a little
He's
cot or something
a
right
young,
there.
vibrant man. He's a young boy. He's, you
I'm
know,
sure the
got a
castle
blanket.
pays him good.
yeah.
He's not allergic to hay. He's fine.
He wouldn't be a stable boy if it was.
That's right.
Back then, he'd die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
don't know what happened to Billy. He did his job one day, and that was the end of it.
He
Sneezed
probably
in a
has
bunch and
blanket.
then
There's probably
fell over.
blankets in the stable, whatever. Yeah, he found a pile of hay. He's underneath the
Dry
blanket,
corner, right.
and he's out.
Yep.
Don't worry about whatever stable boy's name
You can
is.
handle quite a bit when you're a teenager.
It's expected.
I could still sleep anywhere. So.
Just like Kitty.
I just don't sleep anymore. I'm slowly becoming a vampire.
Naps.
Yeah.
I was
So
tired.
yeah, so everybody goes to bed. Again, the storm's going to be lashing throughout the night. Thunder and lightning don't let up. At some point, because you're just listening to the creaking of the house and the wind, and the rain lashing against the windows, at some point you're all going to hear what Harriet heard when she came out. You know, you're going to hear the you're hearing the barking, and it's unlike anything any of you ever heard. I mean, you two are probably the only two who ever sailed on anything before, right?
Yeah.
What, whether coming over from across the Atlantic but I don't know if either of you would have ever heard.
Yeah, we might not have spent an
Probably
extensive
not.
Harbor
time
seals and
on
stuff
along the
like
coast.
that.
Probably not.
But it keeps you up for a while, but I think you're all, from traveling and everything, eventually fall asleep.
Christ.
You will wake up in 7 unless somebody has something else out there. Wake up around 7, smell food cooking downstairs.
Cleaned up and head on down.
Alright, so you head down
And
there.
look for gnomes, though.
No gnomes. Nothing that you see right now. Yeah, so if you look outside, it actually looks like there's a glimmer of sun. It's definitely cloudy, but, some sun rays are making it through. But the rain has let off right now. And you're all gathered at a table. Quayton comes out, he's bringing some food. He'll let you know that he has sent one of the boys over to get councilman Valentine, and he should be over shortly. But some coffee, tea, bacon, that kind of stuff. Chowder. Chowder for morning, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But yeah, as you're just sitting there eating, and off in the distance you'll hear ding, 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 bell ringing. coming over from the main harbor where the boats are and stuff like that.
That's a good sound.
That means the fleet's back. I wonder if they all came back or not. Have to find out. And shortly after, we'll say like, we were in 10 minutes, 15 minutes in, and Councilman Valentine will approach. Looks to be about in his mid-30s, nicely dressed. You know, everybody wore kinds of a suit, both suits and stuff back then. Wearing glasses and a top hat kind of thing, almost like what the doctor would wear. Yes, you're the society?
Yes, Councilman. I'll stand up and shake his hand. Father Leo.
Father Leo. Councilman Valentine.
Yes, and my companions, Harriet, Dr. Tuttle, and the good Colonel.
So nod to Harriet, shake your hand, shake the Colonel's hand. Thank you all for coming. I'm glad you're able to come so quickly. I didn't know if anybody was going to come. I don't know who to reach out to about this kind of thing, and somebody had once mentioned a Miss Linnea Holmesburg Barrett. I inquired and told that she was no longer with us, but to reach out to you folks at Haverhill. So I sent a letter. Glad that it worked. Welcome. So,
Councilman.
Here.
Yes. Tell us what ails your village.
Our fishing fleet is being decimated. This is the only industry we have in this region.
And why is it you think we can help you with that?
Well, that's just it. This is... Yes, in this line of work, people die, boats sink. In the last 4 months, this has been an extraordinary amount of loss. I just actually got word on my way up that the fleet that just came back in, we lost the Dauntless along with 3 of its crew. Didn't make it back. A couple of the other boats were well beat up. Like always, just one boat seemed to be fine. Old Flynn. But...
Old Flynn?
Old Flynn.
Flynn?
Flynn Oblast, yeah. He seems to be the lucky one so far. Orbast, I'm sorry, Flynn Orbast.
And again, why is it you think
we can help? Colonel, please, let the councilman continue. Let us not pass judgment too quickly.
No, heaven
well,
forbid.
To answer the Colonel's question, why I think this is something beyond nature and storms is the severity and the short amount of time that this has happened in. Like I said, if the fishermen know the risks when they head out to sea, that they might not come back, but the amount that we've lost in a short amount of time is uncanny. And with some of the locals now reverting back to native traditions, Father Rogers and I think that it's angering God. He's punishing us. He feels that maybe these people are turning from the light of God and going back to the old ways, and
it's certainly not helping them, is it?
I think again, when people start, their livelihoods affected, they'll do what it takes. But he looks at you, Father, to say, prayer should be what they're doing, not leaving tributes and etching in ruins on their boats and markings, and they should be taking this the sign of the cross, correct?
Well, I would hope that good Christians will not lose their faith in troubling times and will reflect on the teachings of the good book. But I can understand superstition. I would hope that Father Rogers is attempting to at least counsel these individuals and not just shame them.
He's more of the fire and brimstone type of speaker, and
Great.
he's got a following, me included, that, you know, going heathen traditions is probably only making things worse. That's why I called you folk in, is if it is something heathen going on, or an affront to God, that maybe you can help us put a stop to it, or try to figure out how best to steer our flock back in the right direction.
Well, Councilman, we will do what we can, of course.
I mean, you have free reign of the town. It's not much, as you can see, but
Perhaps we should begin with talking to some of these sailors that returned. Perhaps
I was about to head down myself just to see.
Particularly the really lucky one.
I was about to go down if you want to accompany me to see who came back or who didn't. Like I said, it already looks like one of our ships definitely did not come back.
One ship didn't come back?
Definitely.
The Dauntless.
The Dauntless, yes.
Well, you said... Oh, I thought you just said the Dauntless lost 3
No,
sailors.
the Dauntless is lost at sea,
Okay.
and 3 of his crew were... Okay, 3 are missing, 2 recovered.
From the
And
Dauntless.
from the Dauntless.
Okay.
And then other
And-
ships showed signs of damage. Well, that's where he's going to go down.
So the Dauntless was
we're
lost?
getting ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
Yes. He'll tell you, yes, at least one ship was lost. He thinks it was the Dauntless.
Okay.
He's about to go down. If you want to accompany him, you're more than welcome to. If you want
why
to
not?
other things in town, you're more than welcome to talk to anybody. But yeah, with that, he's going to get up and start heading down with all of you. So basically, down in here where the cannery, that's where the harbor is. The new harbor wouldn't be built till late 1800s, but so that's where he's headed down to right now.
So, the ruins of the old lighthouse, is that on the way, or is it the opposite
I'm sorry, what was
direction?
it?
The ruins of the old lighthouse, the one that burned
Other
down?
way. Other way. So that's over here, the inn's here, the harbor's here. So you're all heading this way, away from the lighthouse and stuff. So, Father Leo, you'll definitely see as you're taking the trail over, you're definitely going to see the church. You're going to pass the Unitarian church.
Okay.
Stone and wood structure. It's probably one of the older buildings here. But
Okay.
Gonna pay a courtesy call?
Not right now. I think it's more important that we speak to the individuals that have been affected.
okay, yeah. So you will make your way to the harbor. A lot of hubbub going on. People are, families are waiting there. You see some wives and children there. There been a harbor master, I'm sure, probably something.
I would imagine.
He's talking to the councilman. From the rumors of the chit chat going on, you can definitely hear that the Dauntless did not make it back. 3 of the crew dead, 2 recovered, and a couple of the other schooners showed signs of damage, except for one of them, which is Flynn's boat.
Yeah, we want to talk to that dude.
So he's actually moored more towards the cannery because he's got
Because he has fish.
a lot of fish. So he's probably got a full. Schooners generally had, I think, 3 to 5 crew. So we're going to go with that at this time. Schooners would have had 5 crew. So him and his crew are unloading at the cannery. The other guys, the other 3 schooners, they have damage and stuff are more mingling with their wives and kids and stuff like that.
Does it look like they even brought back anything?
If they did, it's very little.
Okay.
They're not even in a hurry to unload their cargo if they do have any. It's more of like, you hear a lot of praise God, thank the Lord I'm alive. It was a rough night. How we made it back, I don't know. Grace of God saved us, that kind of thing. A lot of that going on.
Okay. I will go over to the ones that are the sailors that are like, hugging their families and stuff. And I'll offer to kind of say a prayer with them. And then if there's some that were on that ship that was lost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's it's a 2 recovered, right?
Yeah. So I'll lead the gathering in like a short prayer after I
taken back of you because your accent, but once you start saying I'm going to lead you in prayer and start praying with them, I think that opens things up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're an outsider to a small town.
Sure.
But now that you're now you're reciting the Bible with them, I think that gives you an opening, so to say. So so you say your prayer and they're all very appreciative. You'll see a couple of ladies crying, assuming there's other
I'll go and console them as well, and maybe ask about their husbands that are currently lost, and reinforce it, they're, I don't want to be like, there's still hope, but it's like...
No, I think anybody that lives on the sea will know or accept that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just part of the fisherman's life. It comes with the territory. So as you're kind of like mingling with the crowd, saying prayers, another figure will approach you, Father Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Older man, kind of skinnier like you, big bushy white beard, wearing Unitarians, but he's dressed all in black.
Yep.
It's definitely the local priest.
Okay.
You can tell. Father Rogers, you are...
Father Leo Metzger.
Nice to meet you.
You too, Father.
What brings you to our...
Councilman Ballantyne asked me and my companions to travel to your village and be of assistance. We understand that your village has come on hard times, and I was just leading a group in prayer for for those souls that seem to have unfortunately been lost at sea recently.
I thank you for offering comforting words, but he's going to kind of grab you on the inside of the elbow and kind of come step over here away from the family for a minute.
Yeah, I'll kind of look down at his hand.
It's a little forceful, but he's kind of pulling you along, and I do thank you for coming and praying with the family, but God is turning his back on our village. And
what'd you do?
So it's just you two right now. So you guys are all mingling, I'm assuming, with the other crowd. But he's turned his back on the community and allowing the devil to run rampant in town.
I don't really know how to respond to that.
Tell him to step off the same as a turd burglar.
Father, this is a strong statement.
Look at the ships that just came back, and obviously the one that didn't. But here, he's gonna grab you again and kind of take you onto the dock.
Okay.
And one of the ships, you can tell it's damaged, and Even just above the water line, it looks like, if it ran into rocks, some of the planks or on the hull are pushed in and stuff. So, I mean, it took a beating. Look along the hull line there. See what they inscribed in there? Those are old heathen ruins. Heathen script. That's why the Lord's taking it out on them. They're going back to the old ways.
I see.
They're punished. You know who wasn't punished? Flynn's boat over there. And he's going to point out across the bay there. But...
And I take it Flynn has not lost his faith?
I have different feelings about Flynn. I think he may be the root of the problems. Why is he coming back with a full boat night after night?
Well, Father, you've just showed me these runes on his damaged...
I think that's devils and demons taking it out on those men, but he seems to be coming back. And he's going to look around and make sure no one else is looking. There's somewhere where we could talk more in private. There's a lot of ears around, and I don't want to...
Well, I would think he would know where to go. So
yeah,
talking
it's church.
But he just points out that there's runes, heathen runes on this boat. But I look over to Flynn's, who doesn't have any runes.
Yeah.
So
I want to explain, but I think discretion is better here.
Well, I'm simply here to help where I can.
Would you mind
Sure.
coming with me? So you'll see
Yes,
the one priest lead the other one off.
Yeah.
What do you guys are doing?
I'll motion to them that I'll be back. I'll be back.
Pop the beer.
So the rest of you gonna kind of just mingle with the crowd and talk, or kind of listen to rumors, or talk to people?
Well, listen to rumors. Try to be available to listen to people.
So again, you're gonna kind of hear more of the same thing.
Terrible bedside manner, but still.
The
Well,
storm.
smell.
The storm
I just had a bath.
was going all night. It was hard sailing. Some of the guys will say, yeah, we saw them again in the water.
What did you see?
The folk, the sea people.
Sea people.
Yeah, they
What do they look like?
you only see from the shoulders up, but they look human.
So, like,
Bashing the boats.
like women, men,
Both.
really? How can that be?
Have you ever captured one?
No, we're too busy trying to stay afloat.
So they're attacking your boats?
It seems in the middle of the storms, they're around us and trying to pull us over, hitting the sides of the boats.
Really?
Look here, he'll show you one where it looks like...
Is this like one of the boats with runes on it? So what are these markings on your boat?
Kind of looks around. It maybe sound a little funny, but we're just trying to protect ourselves. And stories go that the native tribes that used to live here had markings on their boats, and the sea always treated them well. Figured we'd try the same thing.
So what do they look like? I mean, what do they look like?
The gusts.
No, I mean the runes. I mean, by looking at them.
Just like almost like what I drew on that rock. Pictograms. Native culture in New England was a lot of lines and arrows and circles. It wasn't really like Egyptian or anything like that. It's more of stick figure type things.
So, is it possible that that they're basically, they're putting stuff on their boats, but they're not putting them on in the right way.
They're just emulating what they've been told,
So basically it's like, please don't hurt us.
Right.
What they think is saying, please don't hurt us, is actually, come sink us, motherfuckers.
Here, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right, or they're not doing, bless you.
To the men for all, you know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah, they've heard stories of older people, and even their descendants would maybe sometimes leave offerings, or...
Are you doing that?
As of lately, we've been. Throw some food over on the way out.
Does that help?
Look at last night.
Do you mind if I sketch this?
Go right ahead. I don't think I'm going out to sea for a while after last night.
So, is your captain about?
He's probably the one.
The captain, so...
Yeah. Just a fisherman, yeah.
So... I'm assuming you were taught to fish by your father?
Yeah, well, my family's been doing this for generations, yeah.
So, did they mark their boats?
Not to my knowledge, no. This was just something recently somebody, once the fish started disappearing and storms started coming in.
Got it. So
one of the locals say, hey, remember this? Grandfather used to tell me that.
Blah, blah.
Yeah, right. What can it hurt, right?
I'm going to sketch.
Yeah.
So my guess is what they think is probably helpful is probably saying, screw the mer people. Basically. Or whatever. So I'm going to sketch.
Yeah. Okay, so while you're sketching, Father Leo will cut back to you. So Father Rogers will enter, open the church door, enter, and motion for you to come in with him.
And I will.
Okay, and he'll close it behind him, and so it's just you two sitting in there.
I do have the crook with me.
Yeah.
Because I kind of...
Take that with you now. Where do I begin? Yeah, so you asked about the ruins on the boats.
Your mouth shut.
Yes, that's heathenistic, but what's more worrying to me is the one that's not being affected by this, and that's Flynn Orvast. I think he's something behind all of this, and that he's hiding something. The reason I say that is he recently took on a new bride, a woman nobody's ever seen in this village. He claims he was introduced to her by a friend from Gloucester and married by a priest there. I didn't buy the story, so I took a trip down, asked around. Nobody recalls ever marrying Flynn to this woman. Isabel's her name. I'm convinced the devil sent her. She's a succubus or a demon that's wreaking havoc on our town. I think Flynn's behind all this.
You think Flynn is behind this, or Flynn is just a man?
I think Flynn brought whoever this is into his household, and that's now affecting our community. And that's not just me, there's others in the town that think the same thing.
And what evidence outside of not finding information about
why is his
married?
Boats unharmed since he married?
Well, as you said yourself, the boats that are damaged are the ones that have these heathen markings on them. Would that not be God himself taking vengeance?
Or if Flynn's in league with the devil, whether he's in league or being manipulated. I think why is he being blessed when no one else is? Our whole community's dying here.
Well, what do you make of these heathen runes?
I think that's just people acting in desperation. I mean, I preach to them every Sunday. I talk to them when I can. Tell them that they shouldn't turn from the light of God, but again, desperation, lack of a living, lack of money, they're going to do what they can to make a living. I don't necessarily like what they're doing, but I can't really fault them, but I think more of the issue lies with Flynn and his new wife.
Got the tie back to Gloucester.
Sometime maybe go see Flynn.
I mean, does that not strike you odd?
Gotta burn down Gloucester. That sounds like me.
It does not necessarily strike me odd that Gloucester might not. People from Gloucester might not know about a recent marriage of a.
Well, if Flynn
official.
claims that he was married, I know all of the clergy in Gloucester. Gloucester's not that big of a city.
Well, perhaps their marriage was not actually officiated properly.
But again, was he influenced by a succubus or a demon?
Father,
Yeah, he's very fire brimstone type, Old Testament type of guy.
I mean, we know from the teachings of our Lord that, you know, the devil manifests his powers and strikes at the heart of the weak and the easily manipulated, and perhaps Flynn is this person, but...
And all the others that are inscribing runes, that's given them opening to the devil. That's why I worry about this flock. If they're putting runes or carvings that are going to open them to possession or damaging their livelihood, then it's my job as a priest to protect my flock, to protect them. I've been watching Flynn, and I something's not right, and I feel that's the heart of our problem.
Well, have you spoken to Flynn about this matter?
I have. I've tried. He brushes it off. He's always been a recluse. Never married before till 4 months ago. Took on a new bride.
4 months, you say?
Yeah, 4 months ago. He claims he was introduced and took on a bride and.
I was born on a Thursday.
Well, Father, again, the councilman asked us to attend assist his village.
Yeah, the councilman and I are on the same page. We're in agreement.
And that's what we're here to do. So, perhaps allow me and my companions to talk to some of the other villagers. I believe we may have wanted to go out to the lighthouses. Let us see what we can find, and if there's any guidance we can provide you. And we will do what we can to help your troubled village.
So why do you think the lighthouses are involved in this?
Well, it seems that if I'm remembering correctly, the innkeeper Quentin thought that the lighthouse
That was one of the fishermen at the table drinking.
Oh, yeah.
He just said ever since the whenever the lighthouse went up, the fishing died off. While he's drunk in this.
Yeah. Did one of them say they felt it was mysterious, the circumstances surrounding the fire?
Well, they thought the site was haunted.
No, that's what it is. The fire, they just think it was old Geordie spilled oil and the caught fire.
Yeah. Okay.
One of the guys say, hey, rumor is now that the old lighthouse is haunted.
I'll tell Father Rogers that the townsfolk they think there might be something haunting the old lighthouse.
That rumor's been going around for the last couple of years, ever since Geordie died. Some claim to see lights there. I don't know. I never found much credence to that. I've been out there. It's just a pile of rocks and lumber. Not much to it.
Well, again, Father, being open-minded to any possibilities is kind of what our order represents when seeking truth. So perhaps there is no connection.
What's your order?
We are new representatives of the Order of Clotho.
That's a strange name, don't you think?
If it were a week ago, I would have said the same thing. But in that short time, I have seen some curious things that have both shaken yet reaffirmed my faith.
Staff, you're carrying a shepherd's crook. Why is that?
Well...
That's odd. Usually symbology tied to one leading a flock and one leading his congregation, so to say. What's this? What religion do you practice at this society?
Well, my companions are of a variety of backgrounds and followings. I myself am ordained Roman Catholic, but as I would hope any of the cloth would, we are all God's children.
No, I'm not poking fun at you or anything. I just find in one hand you seem to be looking for other explanations, but on the other hand, carry the tools of a priest.
Oh, I am certainly a priest through and through, Father. I can assure you that. My hands shaking. I've always got my rosary. I've always got the rosary in the hand, pretty much.
He's not questioning your faith or anything.
I've found comfort and warmth and guidance with this staff, and while I can't say it's has any particular religious significance, it protects and strengthens my faith for me.
That's all we can ask, isn't it? Well, I won't keep you. As you can see, I've got families to attend down there, and apparently some services to conduct soon. So I'll be busy, but if you need me, you know where to find me.
Of course.
So he'll open a door and gesture you out.
Yep.
And you can probably see them still milling about down at the harbor.
Rogers.
Oh, I need to go talk to my wife.
I know, I want Harriet to chat with the women, the mourners.
So marriage was 4 months ago.
Uncanny.
I do want to. I think I'm gonna ask if I can make a observation roll against Father Roger when I began mentioning the lighthouses, because he seemed to just want to brush that off.
Kind of glossed over the lighthouse.
Yeah.
Well, you think, what's his name, is married to one of the sea folk?
Yeah. Maybe she's only protecting his ship. Maybe he made a deal with her to protect his ship.
It's very possible.
Maybe.
It's very possible.
But yeah, good idea to sketch down the rooms and look those up.
So, before I leave, and while we were talking, we were just kind of in conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make a observation check to see how he's to get a feel for, because he immediately was like, oh no, the lighthouse is nothing. I've been out there. Can I make an observation to see how he's what because his demeanor seemed to immediately change. Well, I mean, not really, because he seems dead set on this is all Flynn. I'm sure of it. He married a succubus, and he's cursed the village.
Sure.
And the devil's protecting him. And
yeah, go ahead.
okay,
Roll.
so 3 and 5. What the hell? You know what? I'm gonna push this one.
You're gonna frustrate her. Anger for hopeless.
I can go for any of them. Right?
Yeah. It doesn't have to be mental. It could be physical.
Well, no, but it doesn't have to go angry then frightened.
Nope. You can choose anyone. It just means that whenever you do either a physical or mental roll, you're gonna be at -1.
Yeah. I'm gonna do angry.
Okay.
I was getting a little frustrated with him because, I was trying to make logical assumptions of why things they were, and he's just no, it's not that. Don't think about that. It's he was 1.
All you need.
Tough tonight.
So yeah, you're trying to look to see if he's trying to hide something from you, or
yeah, I think trying to gauge, because when I mentioned it, he seemed very just immediately dismissive of it, and so maybe did his neck muscles tighten up? Did he have any facial expressions? What is it like when liars roll? When they're lying, they'll look down.
Yeah, no, he's maintained straight eye contact with you. You really get the impression that he's 100% in his beliefs that what he's telling you is 100%.
Okay.
That he thinks it's Flynn, something there. And
Devil's involved.
Yeah, he's been to the lighthouse before. He's heard the stories about the ghosts, that kind of stuff. So he's been there, and he's like, I think Flynn is.
Okay.
If you're looking for something, that's probably where you need to go.
Okay.
That's kind of what your feeling is.
The other thought with the lighthouse is maybe the lighthouse is physically driving the fish away, but they also go out pretty far.
It's like going 1,000 miles. They don't see the lighthouse.
Well, I don't think these guys aren't going out 1,000 miles.
Some of the local, right, the guys that don't want to, either their boats are too beat up to go on the schooner, they're taking their smaller dinghies out with the line, with the hooks, and they're doing local fishing. But
that might be enough to disturb the local wildlife.
Maybe.
But at the same time, they always had a lighthouse.
Right, it's just a different spot.
Right. And it's been up for a year.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Again, you're hearing this from a drunk guy in the bar.
The disturbances really started 4 months ago.
Correct. Think in D&D when you roll on a table for random lore. Some of it's true, some of it's false.
Yep.
I don't want to get you hung up on some stuff, but probably what the guy told you at the bar or at the table drinking was his opinion.
Okay. Yeah.
Just
So red herring.
Ever since they put the lighthouse up, the fishing's been bad. That's his thing. Nobody else has really said that. They said yes, fishing has dried up, but nobody's tied it with the new lighthouse and stuff. This is just one guy rambling.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll head back to the docks to link up with the rest of the group.
Okay. Yeah.
Could Harriet chat with some of the wives?
Yeah, you can chat with
the mourners.
Yeah, whoever. There's like I said, a bunch of families down there. Both wives that are happy that their husbands came back, and there's the few that are, in tears and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's my vote. Yeah.
Any insight? Any of the ladies have to offer? What do you guys think's going on here? You ladies.
Well, I mean, we're at home all the time, and we just do our housework until husbands come back from the sea. I don't really know what to tell you. I mean, it is odd that the storms have been coming in for the last few months. And it's making it harder for our husbands to work. It's making it harder for everyone. I can't do my laundry if it's raining out, right? Crops that we grow along our houses just to get by are getting flooded out. If the rain don't stop, it's going to get hard to live here.
But Flynn's wife, they seem to be doing pretty well.
Yeah, well, nobody knows her. Nobody sees her. He keeps her locked up in the house all the time.
Oh, she doesn't come out.
She doesn't talk with anybody. The only time we've seen her is he'll bring her to a church on Sunday. She leaves, goes back. But other than that, Flynn's he's always been a loner. Never had a girlfriend, wife, or anything like that. Wasn't until he met Isabel, and he keeps her at home. I mean, not like any of us really ever get out either, but at least we go out and about and talk to each other, but nobody's ever really met Isabel or talked to her other than when we see her at church. But even then, she doesn't talk to us. And I'm assuming the three of you are there too when Harriet's talking to them. So if you're gonna...
So you all visit with each other while your husbands are out at sea.
Do quilting and gardening and...
So Flynn's wife does not participate?
No.
None of you have gone to her home and invited her?
Initially, when we first learned that Flynn married, we made our way up to her house, but everything seems to be shut up tight, doors locked. We knocked, she'll open it a little and try to talk to her, and she just closes the door.
So you've never heard her speak?
We've heard her talking to Flynn in whispers, and it's a strange dialect.
Accent?
Yeah, accent, yeah, kind of like you guys, but hers is very more pronounced, and she's young, she's beautiful. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, every guy looks at her when she goes by. Beautiful long black hair, the most stunning green eyes I've ever seen, like emeralds.
So she's never come to a sewing circle, joined the church, whatever, ladies' aid.
No.
Fishy breath.
But no, none of that.
She have a bottle.
Damn you!
So she does attend church though.
When Flynn comes, she goes where Flynn goes. She's never been seen outside without Flynn.
Which house they live in?
They're on the other side of town towards that last, so the last stop there. So again, these little hash marks are like streets.
Sure.
I didn't put everybody's house on, but
Oh,
that one dot is. So, just so everybody else sees. Old lighthouse, Flint's house.
Okay.
So a little further
And,
east.
yeah, so he's on the outer edge of town. Yeah, which kind of goes with what everybody's saying. He's a loner, secluded, but he goes in and goes out to sea just like everyone else. But he's bringing stuff back all the time.
So it's just Flynn's word that she's from Gloucester.
So we know. Claims he met her through an acquaintance in Gloucester.
What is our deck?
No, I took some Claritin.
Before.
Yeah, I think we need to go.
That's our linchpin. I mean, I don't think whatever they're scribbling on the sides of their boat means anything.
I don't believe so either. It's something they dredged out of some old book somewhere.
It's like an altar boy coming to you and scrawling things in what he thinks is Latin, and it's not Latin at all. I think it's the equivalent. My opinion.
Says eat more chicken or something.
CHIKN, yes,
Spelled
chicken.
wrong.
You know? I think that's our linchpin right there.
Either go there, knock on the door, and talk to him.
Well, I assume he's still probably unloaded his boat, right?
Yeah, they'll tell you that Flynn's down there and his house is up at the other end of town.
Oh, you want to go there now? Well, he's not there.
Two can go in one. Two go to her, two go to him. 'Cause I think he'll head us off if he sees he spots us going to his house.
Maybe.
Who's more likely to get violent, her or him?
If she's a prisoner,
Right. Well, has he got her locked up? We don't really know.
Yeah, who's controlling who?
Right.
well,
I'll approach Flynn.
what purpose? Well, remember, the sea people supposedly from our research can walk on land. They can look human.
If he's got her captured, of course they're not going to hurt him. His boat.
You think she's okay?
If that's that case, I mean, maybe she loves him. Who knows? And she protects him. Maybe
Well,
it could be the other way.
But or if he's threatening her
Sure.
and her tribe, whatever, she's the linchpin.
I agree. I think someone needs to go talk to her, and two others will go talk to him.
Okay.
What do you think? Which bruiser you want? Harriet or the Colonel?
Well, let's go talk to the succubus.
Succubus.
All right, you're going to talk to the fish head.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'll take the Colonel down.
Okay.
So me and the Colonel are going to head for his boat.
Alright, you guys are closer, yeah, so you'll
Yeah.
make your way around the bay and, you're in front of the cannery. I mean, it stinks god-awful because they're gutting fish and just throwing the innards back into the water, and
There's 40,000 seagulls.
they're going crazy, yep. So a lot of commotion and stuff, and
disgusting.
then as you're going through, the clouds start darkening and it starts to rain. Just like, they're going to say, just like it does every day,
Reminds me of a place called Rochester.
Yeah, so you'll make your way towards the cannery, and the one schooner that is not damaged, and you see
At all.
a couple, 5 guys on there like throwing fish, and
Any markings on his boat?
not that you can tell, nothing like you've seen on the others. So they're just working on there, and you'll see 5 guys just probably wearing oiled coats and stuff like that, especially with the rain starting to come down. Just chucking fish No.
Does it look like they're going to be done in a few minutes, or?
No, he's probably got a full hull, so he'll be in there. If they just pulled in recently, he's probably going to be there for an
They
afternoon.
learn to study nautical terms. We'll stop at the gangplank. Asking Flynn Orbast permission to come aboard.
As you see a big, burly-looking guy with a corncob pipe. What can I do for you, Flynn? My name's Flynn.
Really big forearms.
And I said it in a southern accent, but it's
Anchor tattoo and a can of spinach.
it's a deep Irish accent. And he's got the red curly hair.
Young, old.
30s. You'd think about early 30s. So, 5'10", built, burly. I mean, this guy's working to sea all the time. He's pretty in shape.
Pretty beefy.
Yeah. Yeah, what can I do for you? And I'm not going to try an Irish accent.
Dr. Henry Tuttle, my companion, Colonel Ridgemont.
Yeah, what can I help you with?
I've got a couple questions for you. Would you perhaps like to step away for a minute? We won't take up much of your time.
He's eyeing you both up and down. I got work to do. What do you need? If you got something to ask me while I'm working. He's very short and abrupt with you. I mean, he's oozing that too. You can tell.
Oh, he's my kind of guy.
Yeah. he wants to
We'll
get
put it straight to you then. Why are you the only boat that can catch you then?
Well, that's just some. Do I even know you? What does that mean?
It means exactly what it means.
I don't know. Maybe I'm blessed.
By who?
Lord, I don't know. Somebody's watching over me.
By your wife?
Gonna clamp down on his pipe a little.
Snap.
I think we're done talking here. I've got work to do.
Yeah. Colonel here's a commissioned officer in the military.
Is that supposed to frighten me?
No, but you can answer our questions or we can arrest you.
And what
You can answer our
authority?
questions.
What
We're
authority?
looking at a colonel right there.
Colonel, do you have colors on, or you got your normal?
No, I'm in plain clothes.
Okay. Colonel what?
Colonel of the military. Like you're the fisherman of the sea.
Oh. Last I heard, military doesn't have any jurisdiction over this town.
Does if something's happening that's military jurisdiction?
Until you...
I'm assuming he's relatively uneducated.
Yeah,
he's a fisherman. I mean, not that he's uneducated in his trade.
To
So I'm
be
really
fair,
trying
he's
to-
blunt. He's very uneducated.
I'm trying to intimidate him, but really through
Think of him
bullshit speech.
as a mirror of you, and I don't mean that
Sure.
negatively. I mean, he's very headstrong. I almost pictured you with red curly hair.
Oh, damn!
It's like
What do you want?
you're poking
Puffer
Bedford's
shit.
nest here. Kind of thing is what.
I'm trying to just get him to talk to me.
I get what you're saying, but you can tell you've pushed your limit, especially when you approached about his wife. His demeanor totally
curious.
changed. No, I get it. I know you're going with it.
That's what I was poking at. See?
Yep. Oh yeah, he's right back at his work, and he's turned his back to you, and he's chucking fish and telling his guys to hurry on. And are you guys still sitting there just gonna watch him?
If you're not going to talk to us, we'll get our answers elsewise. It'd be better to be up front and talk to us.
Nothing. He's got his back to you.
We'll see what happens when they talk to your wife.
He stiffens up. Yeah, you can definitely tell. He's like, I think you better. He doesn't turn back to you, just from facing where he's working. He goes, you best stay away,
Or what?
or you don't want to deal with what can happen.
What could happen?
You're gonna make me angry. You're making me angry right now.
Well, that's why I have the colonel here.
What's the colonel gonna do?
He's going to pull out one of his fancy guns and
You're gonna shoot a man in
Put you
broad
down.
daylight in front of
if you're
everyone.
going to attack me.
Sir, I think you better leave, both of you.
I'm standing on the docks. The docks are town property. Correct?
He's gonna go down into his hull. He's had enough of you.
Rubber.
I was curious to see how upset he would get if we talked about his wife. Obviously quite.
Well, he's pretty upset. Do you want me to put a bullet in the hole?
Jeez.
I don't think it's necessary yet. So we just hover here.
Okay. Something like that. Alright, let's cut to you guys. So you're gonna walk up. It's not, even though it looks long on the map, it's really not. It's a small town.
It's not really. Is he going to be?
It's
I think we're going.
10 minutes, 15 minutes if you're
Well, I know
going
what
from the
you're
harbor
saying.
to that house.
I
So.
was curious if you'd seen
I think that she's going to be one of these elemental fey creatures. So on the way, I want to. It's the middle of it's July.
Correct.
So it's some sort of creature.
Not everything's fey, Shawna.
Well, everything is.
If it's a selkie, that's fake.
But I want to find some sort of little gift for her. A flower.
Okay.
Seashell.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some wild brush sage or something like that growing on. Small little fleabane daisy or something.
Good. Those are cute.
Yeah,
I like that.
got a bunch of them right here. Yeah, so it's coming down. It's
Should have brought the acorn.
Well, I didn't.
I know.
so yeah, 10-15 minutes again. It's coming down pretty good now. The rain's not letting up. It's definitely out at sea over sea. You can just see it's all dark clouds. Just like when you guys came in yesterday, but it's not as intense as it was at night. It's just a constant rain right now, kind of like what we had not too long ago. But you'll make it up to an old shack. It's not really a great looking house. Again, most of the places out there, especially being right along the sea, are going to be weather beaten. Boards that were once painted but probably losing their color due to the wind and the sun and rains. Some lobster traps and netting strewn around the outside of his house. But yeah, you can walk up to the door if you want. And
Yeah.
if you guys are going up there, both of you give me vigilance, logic, vigilance.
Which I have.
Yeah, we're doing great.
I have a condition on that,
So it's
so.
-1.
Yep.
Oh, I've got a frightened.
And you said it was vigilance?
Vigilance and logic. Since it is a mental one, you would be -1.
Yes, I am.
Oh, you got a whopping 3? Oh.
One? That's all.
I got nothing.
Okay. So as you're approaching the door, you will... I mean, you can both see that the door has a lock on the outside. Like a padlock. But you notice... Because as you're kind of like walking towards the door, there's like one window off to the side. Even that window has like a lock on the outside. So she points that out to you that's strange. Why is there...
Okay.
Normally, if you're going to lock a window, it's on the inside, right?
Well, you wouldn't lock it with a padlock.
No, the window is more like
Could be
nails in, but you mean you can, because you were paying attention, like maybe you were trying to like look into the window
Yeah,
as you were
see if
walking
maybe
back,
she's watching.
and you
as
saw
we
like
approach.
the nails were driven into the wooden frame to prevent the window from
Yeah.
being raised
Yep.
from the outside. The door would have an actual lock,
Oh, okay.
but
Okay.
the windows definitely look like they've been nailed
Huh.
from the outside.
That's unsettling. I'll turn around and look and see if anybody following us, anybody
No,
watching.
it's
Okay.
raining out and stuff, so.
I think it's
You ready
Irish.
for this, Father?
So
I mean, I imagine you're going to just
Yeah.
take out
Close
something
enough.
and smash that lock without me even realizing it.
Well, I could.
But there are Irish Sea Water
Yeah,
Guardians.
sure. Could be something.
But could we maybe
But
knock on the
fiercely
door?
guard the
Yeah,
Irish
you-
Seas.
you can-
for
you can
secret
knock
to
on
the Irish
there.
Sea God
You-
Monin.
you hear, I mean, you
surrounded
can
by a
definitely see
greenish
there's
blue light.
smoke coming out of the chimney.
Okay.
So someone's, if he's been out at sea for a couple of days, there wouldn't be a fire. You can definitely see there's
Storms.
smoke.
Who's got
um,
the green eyes?
Them
Them
maybe a dim of a candle light coming from the inside. The door, so you knock. At first there's nothing. You knock again.
Yeah.
Just keep knocking. The door is only able to open like little bit from the latch. You open and yes, some like a female voice in a weird accent that you've never kind of heard before.
Hi, this is for you. Hello.
A gloved hand, except for just the fingertips.
Huh.
Grabs it.
What color glove?
It's like knitted gloves. I don't know what, gray wool.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. We were stopping by to check on you. Are you well? Are you safe?
I'm fine, thank you.
Is your husband coming home soon?
He should be back today, yes.
That's good.
Yes. Fleet just came back. I heard the bells.
Good.
And again, it's a weird... It's almost not understandable English, but you're able to make it out. So you do see a face.
Fish, see what happens.
You do see a face. I mean, Father Leo, you are smitten. She's gorgeous. Long black hair, beautiful green eyes. I mean, that's because it's so dark from what you're looking in. You see pale white skin. I mean, very, very pale skin.
Mm-hmm.
And beautiful green eyes looking at you.
My child, is your name Isabel?
Yes.
By chance?
He
Yes.
has it, probably.
Say some kings occasionally mate with human men. Some tales claim a man can wed a self-keeper and find her sealskin on the beach and hides it from her. She'll return to the sea once she finds it.
Well, we don't know that.
I didn't know. I didn't know that.
It's probably on the boat.
My dear, there are several in the village that are concerned about your safety.
I'm fine. I live here. I'm fine.
Okay.
But thank you.
Well,
So start closing the door.
I will wedge the crook into the door before she can shut it, and I'll their concern is that you are possibly being mistreated or held against your will, and I could not in good conscience allow that to happen to
No,
someone.
I'm fine. My husband takes care of me. I stay home and wait for him.
Okay.
I mean, if you can read people, this is...
Rehearsed.
Well, no, I mean, can I? Can I?
Yeah, if you want to roll, but I mean...
Observation?
Yeah, observation.
You've been lied to enough by
Yeah.
people.
Or
I mean,
manipulation.
Yes, I ran into the door. Oops.
Well, I mean, maybe not that, but
you know, out of game type of thing. You know, someone who's been controlled or manipulated their whole lives are going to say what you want to hear,
Seen
or
this.
they think you want to hear to make you leave.
I've seen this
Not Father Leo.
why are my red dice abandoning me?
before. Because you're
I mean, she tells you you're fine. She's fine, and you know, like you look at Harriet and like, what do you want to do? I can't force her. And Harriet's like, red flags.
Oh, you don't believe her?
no.
Oh,
Yeah, she thinks she may be hiding. So,
Honey.
So while you guys are chatting, you're just gonna linger around the boat and kind of. What you're gonna see him do, he's gonna like poke his head up, look out, and see you guys, and so he's just gonna stand there like this, but he's talking something to a couple of his men, and then turns back, just looking at you, glaring, clenching his pipe. They lower one of the dinghies down into the water, then he will go down in it and start rowing out, like he's trying to pull a fast one on you guys type thing.
Oh, we'll just shadow him.
I mean, he's just going to start rowing.
Yeah, you shoot a hole in the dinghy.
He's rowing away from his house?
No,
he's rowing away from his
he's-
ship. He won't leave his ship because he'll have to walk by us.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So he definitely...
He's avoiding us.
Yes. So he starts rowing this way.
I wonder what's on the ship that he's hiding.
No, he's not on the ship right now. But the other guys are just still throwing fish. They're...
You gave her a flower.
You want to follow him when you get on the ship? If I get on the ship, I can easily be thrown off. You're a little more challenging, I'm sure, to throw off. Do you want to go back and search the ship?
Why not?
See if he's hiding something there? I know what Shawn and Gail came up with, but that doesn't mean our characters understand that, so...
Yeah.
Oh, you do that. Why don't you go back and check out the ship, talk to the men there, and I will shadow him, because he's obviously trying to get home.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because now I've scared him that there's people there talking to his wife.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't know what's going on, but you've definitely got him flustered. So you're going to go aboard the ship, and
I'm going to try to bully.
so the other guys are just
the ship.
working. The other 4 guys are just tossing fish, trying to unload. They're not.
So if I attempt to walk across the gangplank, they're not going to stop.
Yeah, he must have just said just empty the ship. You know, again, just because they're employed by him doesn't necessarily mean they're with him type of thing.
Got
These
it.
are just fishermen.
They're making money, they're not dying.
That's
Stay on
all
the
they
ship.
care about.
So how many are there?
There's 4. Normally, I think a schooner would have 5 or so. That sounds
4?
about right, roughly. So he would be the captain of the schooner, or the lead sailor, whatever you want to call it. It's his boat and his name and stuff. So
How much do I think wage-wise they're probably getting paid?
quarter or something. I don't know. Yeah, I mean these guys are just hauling fish.
Like general laborers.
Yeah, I mean basically the cannery's going to give him a lump of money based upon how much he brought in, and then he distributes it among the crew. He keeps maybe 50 and gives the other 50 amongst 4 guys, 50% of it, whatever.
So
So they're not getting. But again, to them, it is money. They're making money right now.
So
They're bribing me too. I got money. We got
what am I going to
12.
do? So I'm going to aboard the ship, and I'm going to stop before them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take out gold coins. I'm going to leave a little pile for each of them to say, "You never saw me, and I was never here."
I don't know who you are, and I don't really care. And he grabs the pockets. I got work to do, ma'am. Or, sorry, sir. I got work to do, sir. And he turns his back to you, and
Carry
you
on.
hear them. Is that real cold? One guy's like, God, it is. And they're all,
If the captain should come back, I'd appreciate a shout.
he's going home. He ain't gonna be here.
So I will head for, so
Yeah, I don't think the schooner had too much, but there would have been like,
definite captain
top,
quarters,
right, exactly.
real. I'm going there.
yeah. So you go in there, and it's just, his charts of the Atlantic Ocean in that area where the Great Banks and the Grand Banks would be and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, normal stuff that you would see normally on a...
I'm just going to start to search.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a desk, a tabletop with a desk drawer or something like that, some lanterns. Nothing secured, or it doesn't look like anything's locked up or
Okay.
in a safe or anything like that. But, I mean, you just find what you think would be typical. Charts, logbooks.
Nautical stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
but nothing that looks out of place or...
But that's not his personal quarters.
Yeah, even if you go into his personal quarters, if anything, he's probably either got a cot or a hammock that he's sleeping on. Because I think hammock is better with the rolling of the
Probably.
seas, right?
So
But
I'm still going to...
yeah, you definitely
Give a
go
good
through
look.
it. Yeah, you see a change of clothes, maybe a telescope,
Foot Locker.
Foot Locker's got that kind of stuff in there, but nothing out of the ordinary that you would see there.
Okay. How big's the rest of the ship?
Most of the ship is probably going to just be hull, because where you're going to
And
store the
fish?
ship. Yeah, that's basically going to be
Anywhere
the bulk of
that looks like either quarters or whatever.
the crew probably have their own little portion, but again, I think I don't know if he would have a regular crew all the time, or you just hire out guys for the trip, or someone from town to go out with you. So it would probably just be sparse, like some hammocks, some lockers for them to put their stuff in, just the basics for them to.
I'm going to peek down in the hole, just be thorough.
Yeah, no, you don't find, as far as you can tell, nothing is out of place on this ship that, like he's trying to hide or secret compartments or anything like that. You don't. Nothing that you would think that would believe he's hiding something on this ship.
Okay. Fair enough. I will leave. Nod to the men.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're. Thank you. Anything else you need, let us know.
Actually, your captain just married recently. What happened? What happened there?
Found a beautiful woman, married her. Lucky guy. You ever seen her?
No, we've heard about her.
Gorgeous.
How do you think someone like that ended up with her?
I don't know. I wish I had that luck, though. This guy finds a beautiful woman, hauling in hauls that nobody else can bring in.
Yeah, luck.
Got luck, yeah. Whatever you call it, I want a bit of it.
So you weren't there when they got married, or
No.
didn't see anything? You've never heard them talk about her before they got married?
Nope. Says he went to Gloucester to visit a friend, was introduced, came back married.
Interesting. Okay. Well, carry on.
I feel like that might not have been all that unusual to like just roll into a random town and hit it off with a woman and get married.
In that time and place?
There were probably a lot of transient people, looking for work. Just show up with a new wife one day. But this one's a little bit more because everybody seems to know each other in a small town. Mm-hmm. So this is just a little bit odd.
Just a bit. All right. Well, I will head back off the ship.
Yeah, so were you tailing him? Because, the road's only going to so much ways where you will...
Oh, I'm not hiking.
No, but it's like he's going to go out beyond the point, so there's going to be some distance between you guys. I don't know if you'll be able to follow him so much, like, alongside of him.
Yeah, everybody kind of knows he's heading first.
Yeah, you know where he's going. It's just... It's raining and...
Mirroring him.
Yeah. So...
Just keep seeing you pass through, like, little alleyways and just... with your cane.
So you two are still talking.
We're at the door
with Isabel. You put your crook in front of her. So what are you asking her?
Oh no, I didn't have anything else to ask her. So, but
Isabella,
Isabel,
you're locked in this house.
Yes, until he gets home.
That seems very odd.
It is not let's see, how would I say this? Like, it's almost like Father Leo's about to give like marriage counseling.
It shouldn't be like this.
But a husband's duty to his wife is to protect her, but not restrain her.
Women were property.
Yes.
In that day and age.
I stay in the house when he goes out, and he comes home, and I take care of him.
That's all well and good, but
I'm a dutiful wife. Why are you asking so many questions?
Well, I'm concerned for your safety.
I'm fine. You can hear me.
I know, but what if the building were to catch fire? How would you escape?
Break window? I don't know. What are you implying? My house gonna burn down?
Well, no. I'm implying that it's not actually safe or reasonable to keep someone locked in a building.
I think you should leave now. She's gonna try to
Yeah,
push it.
I'll let her push it away.
And close it.
Okay.
I don't know if you circle around or stay there or kind of watch or what. It's gonna be because taking into account the time him, Colonel talking and stuff, they're not gonna be there for probably like another half hour or so. So it's just you two.
Yeah,
So the rain's coming down harder. And,
Oh, yeah, it's raining.
yeah, it's raining and stuff, but
head back to the
Yeah,
port
guess,
where they
yeah,
were.
we'll leave.
okay. So as you're like going away, you start hearing the barking and stuff. Or you know, you're close enough to the edge where you can
Seals are people.
Yes.
see
She's
steelheads bobbing up in the water. Yeah, and stuff.
So as I'm leaving the ship, do I hear the seals?
No, this is them over on the other side. So you guys are
Okay.
here. They're over here.
Okay. So I'm gonna start to, knowing that he's kind of a puss. And I think Mr. Whatever could take him without any trouble.
Probably.
So
accurate.
I'm going to start, at least pursue him. Get
Yeah, I mean, it's muddy and slick, but
even
yeah,
though
you can
he's
catch-
like a creepy little dude. Can't really have people
he's
fucking
probably
up.
got his head over trying to stay under the rain.
I mean, I'm sorry, he's my creepy little dude. And no one is going to beat him up except it's me. The only one who's going to beat him up is me. So, just saying. So I will start.
Yeah, you'll
Moving that
catch
way.
up to him probably towards the outer edge of the harbor, going towards the church and the inn. Just to kind of progress things because it's already 9:30 and stuff. So the guy's rowing like a devil. He's rowing as fast as he can. Yes, it's raining and stuff like that, but he seems to be making good time. So you're kind of mirroring along so you can see him in the gaps. He's not going. He's past his house. You can see heading towards the lighthouse, old lighthouse.
The old lighthouse.
Correct.
Yeah, interesting.
He's heading more towards
That's
there.
right.
So you guys can kind of they're there. They don't know that it's him in the rowboat. They don't know anything about that. But they're kind of mirroring around.
Text him.
Your text, right? But you can say,
Smoke signal.
you and the colonel are kind of catching up to them. Where they're
Yeah,
going
we're gonna be
around
like,
the house.
hello. Well, she's locked in a house, but she's
She says she's fine. She's lying.
yeah.
The husband is bailed from the boat. Oh, so we're running into them?
Yeah, you're gonna pass them first because the house
Yeah,
is on the way to the
so-
lighthouse.
We
That's
went
the
to-
husband out there.
We went to talk to him, and
You get all kinds of squirrely.
this one kept mentioning the wife. The guy got mad and actually wouldn't leave his boat, dropped a dinghy, and rowed away because he didn't want to go past us.
So, I mean, if you look out, you'll see he's rowing past you towards where the old lighthouse is.
So we link up.
Yeah.
He's rowing past.
Keep following-
Let's
keep
go.
following this guy.
I mean, you can definitely see the seals and stuff, but they don't seem to be
So,
bothering him.
obviously, Shawn and Gail have worked this
Right.
out, but I don't know how far our characters have figured this out yet. So we're kind of following him. There's some connection, because all the seals are over in that area near their house. Like, they're calling for her. Like, this guy has got her, you said she's locked in the house, right?
Oh yes.
So
She's one of the sea creatures, sea men, or whatever the fuck they are.
So hold on, just making a connection here. So when they started talking to her, she was hard to understand.
Correct. Like she had a heavy like.
But the
accent.
longer they talked to her, the easier they could understand her, right?
Not necessarily. No. It's just I can't do broken poor English, so I'm gonna do something that's gonna make it easier for the mic and you guys to understand.
Didn't know, like, if she was Vaesen, like them recognizing her, just were then able to.
I think where I was gonna try to go with it is, if you would have asked around more and stuff like that, like I said earlier, Gloucester had a big Portuguese population, and people were thinking dark hair. She's probably from Portuguese, doesn't speak good English, that kind of thing. So that's where it's going to try to do that, work the Portuguese angle into this.
Got it. Okay.
So you guys, you don't probably have never spoken to someone from Portugal. So you're just hearing what you think is broken English when she spoke to you. But I'm not going to
do that.
Portray that in actual voice. So, but it sounded like somebody who's very broken English was speaking to you. Like they don't speak English very good or at all, and their mouths are having trouble saying it. So, but the doctor and the colonel come up to you and say, "Hey, he's going towards. Looks like the old lighthouse. We got to get him."
Yeah, there's something special about her.
Maybe the lights that they saw was him out at the lighthouse. With a lantern or something.
He has some hold over her. We just don't know what it is.
Okay.
And perhaps whatever he has is hidden in the old lighthouse.
Well, we best hurry over there.
Why don't let's do a physical. This will be fun. Physical.
Oh, my specialty.
Agility?
We're running.
We're just going to see, who can get there first.
Physique and agility. I don't have any of that.
Well, you do have a physique, right?
I have physique too. I just have no agility.
Let me see.
Can't be any worse than I roll on 9 dice.
We'll just do
Hey, I got a success. I get a success on 2 dice. Can't go on 9.
Not me.
No.
It's raining like a.
Oh yeah.
You're all slipping and
The
sliding.
cloak is wet.
Yeah, and it's not like anybody's going out to the old lighthouse.
That's because I'm wearing, silver fox coat.
Yeah.
And it just bleeds off it.
You're so gross.
Did anybody get any success?
I got one.
Okay, you got one.
Yeah, the worst conditioned person.
Yeah. I'm huffing and puffing. We're not gonna stop. I got my hands on my knees, trying to throw up.
Okay, here we go. Let's say dock worker.
Shawn, you had a success or 2, didn't you? No. Well, I'm the one who got a success.
Like I said, the worst conditioned person.
We'll just say he had a head start while Colonel was explaining what was going on.
Yeah,
he
we
kept
were just
going.
walking slowly and talking.
So you're running towards
Like,
this
there's
what looks like
something
the old
right in that
lighthouse. You see ruins and stuff like that. And as you get there, Flynn's boat just hits the shore. So he's starting to bail out, and you're both are like, because I rolled a 1 success as well, so you guys tied. So you guys kind of reach there at the same time. He's like, "What are you doing here?"
Same as you.
Are you going to go up to him physically or approach him, or because he's going to start walking towards the ruins?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
I have my doctor's bag, and out comes the poison.
So
if things get physical, poison's hands.
Well, he's going to get physical, because what would Shawn do if somebody was trying to stop you from getting where you?
Well, I'm not going to try to stop him.
Okay, well, he's heading towards the ruins.
I'll just follow him.
All right. He gets to the ruins. No, I'm not. Just in case a fight does break out.
What?
Oh, that's gonna break out.
I think it's all break out.
But he's going to get to the ruins. I mean, he obviously sees that you can't shake your tail, right? You're going to just be that guy that's watching over him.
You're up to something, sir.
You guys are starting to close in. You can definitely see the doctor
What is he doing?
around this guy. He gets in there and he moves some stones and lumber, and he's got a chest. Grabs the chest and starts going to his boat. He goes, "Best stay out of this, doctor."
Or what?
You get hurt. And he starts making his way down to the beach. By this time, you
I'm going to
guys...
stick with my needle.
With his back to you?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and do
It's a poison, it's a paralyzing poison.
Yeah.
I don't want to kill the guy.
Let's just see if you get it into him.
So we just see the doctor leap on this guy.
Go ahead and do a close combat physique.
Oh, yeah, you're loving that.
Sure you do. Well, let's see if you slip, because it's raining.
Nice.
Push.
Gonna nail it.
Nope.
I'm gonna fucking push.
Okay, so you're going to take whatever one you want.
I'm gonna do battered.
Probably.
So you don't apply the negative until your next roll.
Yeah.
So it doesn't apply to the push.
Come on, baby.
Nope.
Oh!
So you're coming up and
Hurry up,
you kind of like slip
and stab yourself in the
Well, no, he just like slips and falls on his ass, and you know, Flynn turns around and laughs and gets to the boat, throws the chest in, and he's trying to get into the boat when you guys come up.
No, I'm gonna try and run and grab
Shoot
it.
him.
I'm gonna shoot the man. I'm gonna try and run and like.
And I said, don't shoot him.
He's holding her captive.
Yeah, he's up to no.
So as you guys are debating whether to shoot him or not, he gets into the boat and we'll start.
Shoot the boat.
Get to rowing, yeah. So.
We can shoot the boat.
All right, well, whoever's got a firearm can shoot.
Your howitzer and shoot the boat.
Drag my dress
up. Yeah, you're gonna see the two come out and start blasting away.
Yep, I'll blast.
Colonel and Harriet. Yeah, you're just gonna shoot the hull.
Yeah,
I get it.
Harriet pulled out of her giant double barrel shotgun out of her little pouch.
Yeah. What was?
So that would be range combat and precision.
Do we get a bonus for the guns?
2, I think. Or
yeah,
no, the
whatever your modifier is for your gun.
Yeah, so your gun has a modifier.
I will tell you what that is.
Yeah, as well. Because you probably just have pistols, right?
We'll have a rifle too.
Here it is. It's page 77. Pistol or revolver gives you a +2 bonus and does 2 damage. If you have a cannon, that's
yes.
Let me take that out of my jacket, like a man.
They do have a range, though, right?
I'm gonna push it.
You're gonna be in close range because the range for a pistol is 0-1. We're gonna say you're within. You're at the shore and he's just getting into his boat, so you're definitely.
I'm gonna push.
Yep.
Yep.
Do you guys all fill your rolls again?
Yep. Sure did. Now I'm angry.
Well, can I push if I have? If I have one success, can I push anyway?
Yeah, you can push to do more damage, but as long as you get one success, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I'm gonna push. Fuck this dude.
But do you have a physical from before or just emotional?
They were both mental.
Okay, so you're not any modifiers. Because if you had a negative in a physical one, then it would be a minus to your die.
Oh, okay. So now we got 2 now.
Okay.
And now you have to, or you just.
I just grabbed angry. Now I have.
Okay, so you both unload multiple shots into the hull, and it just starts filling with water, and he's cursing, "What the hell are you guys doing?" And he's trying to like grab the chest and like trying to wade and stuff. So it's easy enough for you to, if you want to come in and grab.
Yeah,
it.
I'll get in there.
So.
Harriet's a big girl. She's like a middle linebacker.
Yeah.
She's a little scary.
I'll try and use the crook to maybe like latch onto the boat.
You can
kind of
trip them up too.
Well, I mean, Harriet just said
You're gonna hold the boat all 104 pounds of you.
130. All right. And it's taking on water, so it's not going that fast.
So you want to try to grapple or something with him,
Yeah.
Harry?
Yep. I'll get right up in that
So
water.
we're gonna see.
Wow. Lawrence Taylor going in over you, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
What the hell?
She's probably better.
I'm a fucking priest.
This is probably
I'm a
close.
doctor. I don't attack people.
Or
I
is it
try.
force? Not sure.
Well, you tried to sedate
So it would
him.
be
Yeah.
close combat and physique.
I could have whacked him with my cane and he turned
It's
around and knocked
just
me out.
usually
They
your
don't really have a grapple.
people
So
getting
it's kinda
sedated
just
are
like
willing
watching a movie.
and laying down on the table.
One.
Okay. He got 2, so basically he's shrugging you off. He's not fighting back because he's got both hands on the
Sure.
chest.
That's expected.
He's just like, it's like you're grabbing him, but he's built. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
He shrugs you off, and he's like just trying to get towards his house, but along the shore, kind of thing, is what he's doing.
Okay.
So.
Well, I mean, I was going to try and use the crook to like stop the boat from moving, but
He just left the boat.
Yeah, he's like
yeah,
in the water, like probably knee something deep.
Okay.
You know, he's not but he's trying to just get away.
And
from
Harriet's like on him.
She's trying to grab him, but he brushed her off. Like,
Okay.
I'm gonna try and.
I will.
But-
Fuck it. I don't give a shit.
And what are you doing?
I'm tackling him.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean,
So he's wrestling with me, and you're.
yeah, so I'm not going to roll for him because he's kind of like pushing her off at this point.
nope. I'll push again.
Yeah. So if you already took a physical earlier.
I did not.
Okay, you're fine.
You have to take a physical if you're doing physical, right?
No, necessarily, because it could be
okay.
like you're angry because you failed, so you can take them where you want to kind of mitigate.
2 successes.
Okay, so yeah, you like come in, tackle him. He kind of falls. The chest goes onto some exposed rocks and breaks apart, and you see weird leathery looking skin type thing.
Called it.
You know, it's gray, got dots on it and stuff like that.
That's her sulky skin.
Yep. So he's like, no, and he's trying to grab it while you're on top of him. So,
Just stick the gun in his face. He's fucking moving, but I fucking shoot your ass.
or one of you guys can run up and grab the skin, but that's
Can I
I'm already in the water.
go for it,
fucking
man.
stick it? I'm sedating. I'm not trying to kill him.
Yeah, no, the colonel's on top of him will say you have no problem. Yeah, if you want, maybe just to say you don't stick the colonel.
I don't really want to.
You don't have to.
Don't fucking stick
Just
me,
use your
dipshit.
medicine though, because
use my medicine.
you're using your
Precision.
syringe. It's something we'll say, hey, this is something you're good at.
Now that
Hasn't
he's
grabbed him.
he's
He's
subdued.
stabbing him. I'm grabbing the skin.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 4 of them. Yeah, you definitely.
I'm like, straight the fucking jugular.
Yeah, he kind of goes, just goes limp. So he's out of it right now. He's maybe like, and he's trying to
Yeah.
grasp at the skin, but he's not getting close to it.
What is that? What is that?
So
I don't know, but that's his hold over her.
He's gonna turn
We need to take
it
it
around
to
and
her.
look at it.
What is that?
trying to.
It feels like skin. So just kind of fold it up.
Father Leo, I'm not sure if this is 100%, but do investigation logic, if you don't mind. And all of this to do, I want to see what you recall.
Investigation.
So you're trying to recall knowledge, so I'm trying to think what would be appropriate.
That
If you
seems-
can think of something that would be better than that.
Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing.
You
Inspiration?
yeah, it's inspiration. You're something's trying to come to mind, and until
Empathy
you roll.
plus inspiration.
Like, what could this be?
1.
Okay. You have an immediate, quick flashback to your first night saying Laurie's favorite song to her when she spoke to you. Find the skin to set her free. The boon received is the answer. That just strikes you out of nowhere. You're like, find this, because you hear them saying, "What is that? It looks like a skin. What is it?" And that just automatically comes to you. Find the skin to set her free. The boon received is the answer to finding their eternal peace.
That was session 2, I think.
Yes, or was it the first
It
one?
might have been the first one.
No, it was in the first one.
Yeah, because that was the
part
first
of the
night.
letter. Find the skin to set her free.
That just jumps into your mind when you hear them say that looks like a skin or something.
The boon received is the answer to finding their eternal peace.
Okay.
Yeah, the daughter says that, right?
Laurie said that.
Yep.
The
She woke up out of her
child.
coma or whatever.
Yeah, and said that.
Said some words to Father Leo that he didn't understand at the time. Part of it kind of now
Creeper.
rings. So, is anybody grabbing the skin?
Yeah, I grabbed
No,
it.
she
I was,
has
I was
it.
showing it off.
Okay.
I don't know what this
Let's
is.
take it to her.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's his hold over her.
So you're just gonna leave
How long
Flint
is
just
that?
floating in the water.
How long is that out
Oh,
for?
him?
The Flint, yeah.
Oh, he'll be out for half an hour.
Okay.
Drag him
We drag
ashore.
him out of the surface so he doesn't drown.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a bunch of seals They've stopped barking, but they're kind of like watching what's going on.
Huh. Okay. So we drag him to shore.
Yeah, there's like maybe a dozen or so seal heads bobbing and not saying anything, just watching you all. You know, they see what you have.
So we'll head up to the the wife.
Knock on the door.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't answer right away because she probably thinks it's you guys again.
It is us again, Isabella. But I think Isabel. I think we have something of yours. The seals are quiet.
She does pick up on that. She cracks open the door as far as she can.
Mm-hmm. I'll just show her what we have. I believe this is yours, perhaps?
Oh, yes. The hand reaches out and grabs it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But she can't get out yet.
Is there something nearby that...
I'm sure there's...
An axe nearby.
Yeah,
I know how to swing an axe. Smash that lock right off.
Rip the door off the hinges.
But yeah, you open it up and you see, you know, the short woman. Again, long black hair, green eyes. She's wearing gloves, modest dress, apron type thing. And she's got she's tearing up. You know, you just gave her skin back. She goes, oh, thank you very much. I can return to my family. And she rushes out into the grain, and she's holding it up for the seals, and you hear them, you know, they're spinning around and stuff like that.
What the hell?
She walks to the water's edge, and in front of all of you, just starts taking off her clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And
don't see that every day.
You see, I mean, she's, for all the gentlemen there, she's absolutely beautiful and gorgeous. She just steps into the skin and starts pulling it up. And I don't know if you've seen the picture in this book. It's pretty cool.
Oh.
So she pulls her skin up and she turns before it's fully up again. Wait here, I'll be back in a bit. And she pulls it up and turns into a seal, dives into the water. And
what the hell just happened?
so while you're doing that, the rain suddenly stops. So she dives in. The other seals, all their heads go down and go underwater. But the rain kind of stops. The clouds start to part, that kind of thing. You're waiting on the shore maybe 15, 20 minutes. She hasn't returned yet, but whether you're going to wait...
I bet the little shitbird is going to start waking up soon. Can you poison him again?
Why do we care?
Oh, I don't know. We've assaulted him.
So?
His power's gone. Within another 10, 15 more minutes, you'll see a seal head surface. You'll see her pull her skin down so the top half of her is showing, from shoulders up, in human form. And she beckons Harriet, because you're the one that gave her the coat. She beckons you to come to the shore edge.
Yeah, I'm already wet. I'll walk right in.
And she will present you with what looks like a silvered trident. Is probably the best way, like a pitchfork, but like trident. She goes, this is, I want to thank you. This is a gift from our people. It is made from moonbeams collected on the surface of the sea. It is highly valuable to my people, and, well, I'm going to be fair, I don't like humans, never have, but you did help me, so I am offering this to you.
It would be an honor. But I'm sorry that we scared you, but we knew something was wrong.
Yeah, he was holding me, and
we're not all bad. I'll tell you, we're not all bad, and sometimes some of us do want to help the unfortunate and the abused. But
I mean, more and more of our kind are getting caught in your nets, and they're getting thrown back.
I want to tell her to head north.
It turned Canada into a shithole.
But I again, my family, my clan, we thank you and offer this, and hopefully it can be some help to you. And with that, she's going to pull her skin back up and dive in and swim off. So you now have a moonbeam trident.
Very cool. Wow. Is it like full length or is it a short one?
Probably a short one, almost like you could mount it onto something else, because they wouldn't have woodwork and stuff. So it would be more of just like, to them it's probably decorative or something, but she said that they can fashion it from the moonbeams collected on the surface.
Cool.
So, wow. We'll kind of like fast forward here. I want to end on a little cliffhanger here for the next.
What do you mean, other than leaving the guy face down?
Yeah, you don't care about him anymore.
We're leaving the ground to pull him on the
Town
surface.
is fine. So you're eventually gonna get back to your place in the castle. You've got your prize and stuff like that. That night, again, Grady, you've been out 2 nights probably, because you probably spent that night there and then head back. Some baths, food, and stuff like that, and I don't know. Just one of you roll. Each of you roll a dice. I just want to see who gets the highest result.
Just one die.
Yeah, just see who gets the highest.
3.
That's a big 2.
5.
5. Okay, so Dr. Leo, or Father Leo, you're kind of like in the parlor, maybe
With the candlestick?
with a candlestick, and maybe
You're gonna get murdered.
after a couple of encounters now, if you didn't drink before, maybe you're going to have a glass now, or a cigar, but you're relaxing, kind of mulling things over.
Whiskey?
He's drinking the wine.
I've got wine.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe some wine and stuff. Like the others have described before, you see what looks to be a spirit. And again, looking at the pictures on the wall, it's standing in the parlor just kind of watching you. And you can easily see the face and compare that's Charles Barrett. Linnea's husband.
This guy saw.
Yeah, and you're watching him. He's staring at you, and then kind of turns and walks into the painting. But before he, the wall that the painting's on, and before that, he gives you another look, almost like follow me,
Beckoning me?
and then goes through the wall.
I'll approach the painting and
So it's a nice sized wall, but it's brick, castle brick wall. Because to you, you know that the parlor on the other side of that wall should be outside. But you just watched him kind of go through like he was saying, follow me. But you also do remember that, I think Grady told you when you first come in, that sometimes the castle reveals itself over time.
Yeah, I mean, is anything different with the painting from when I've seen
So
it?
it's just it's like on the brick, I wouldn't say brick, but stone wall. But if you do you want to move the painting or move things around, or?
I mean, I'll touch the brick that he went through.
So I mean, he just kind of walks. So the painting's probably chest high up and higher. So there's stonework below, but there's the painting hanging there. So the stonework looks normal that you can see that's exposed.
Okay.
Maybe behind the painting or something.
Okay. It's clear that you want me to move the painting, so I will move the painting.
Like visions of a post office in the past.
In there you will see one stone that looks to be inset further than more in than the others.
Okay. I mean, I feel like Indiana Jones shoving my hand in there. Do it. Okay. I will place my hand and try and push it in.
Okay. So kind of think of Hogwarts Castle and stuff like that. Things move and passages open. So you push the stone and it almost seems like the wall expands maybe 2 or 3
The rule of
feet,
requirement.
and then stairs going down.
Welcome to Diagon Alley.
You're gonna
Or
go
the room
down,
requirement.
You're gonna grab other people. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go get people. I'll get everybody.
All right, so you bring him back and you show him, hey, look, there's stairs going down.
Why are you moving the furniture?
I saw Charles. His apparition. He looked like he beckoned me to approach. There seemed to be some type of exposed brick lever mechanism, and there are now stairs.
Cool.
Okay.
Do you want to ask Grady if he knows anything about this? Grady.
I feel like
I don't know nothing.
I'll ring the bell.
No, I won't.
No?
No.
Just go down.
Mystery.
Now you grab some lanterns or candles and go down some stairs. It goes down a ways, probably deeper than you would, because you remember, right outside should be outdoors. But now it appears that you're going down underground. Comes down to a passageway, goes down the hallways for maybe 10-15 feet. And you come into, everything's dark other than the light that you're giving off. And it looks like the chamber is kind of like a crypt. You see 6 sarcophagi. Mm-hmm. 5 of them definitely look old. One of them looks like recently.
So Linnea.
And there's an envelope sitting on
Linnea's
tomb.
Okay. Father, do you want to do the honors?
No, someone else. I'm taking notes.
Fine.
I have to catch up.
I will open the envelope.
You open the envelope, and it's script. It's the same handwriting that Linnea wrote to you on your initial letters and the one after she had passed. My friends, I wrote this letter the day after we met. Once I knew you were the ones who would restart the society. Hopefully you are adjusting well to your new life and understand now why our work is so important. It is a thankless job that not many will understand, nor how much our work impacts the people and the Vaesen they come up against. It pains me to say this, but I also had an ulterior motive in asking you to become members of the society. By now I'm sure you have seen them, the spirits of Charles, my husband, and the other members of the society who perished more than 50 years ago. But unlike other haunts or spirits, they cannot interact or affect their surroundings. The nature of their untimely death has caused their souls to be trapped in purgatory. They cannot pass on to the afterlife until you can figure out what happened to them over 50 years ago in Maine. I ask, no, I beg of you to help my Charles and the other society members by solving what happened to them. My guess is that what killed them has already probably killed countless others, who are also doomed to wander in purgatory for eternity, until you can find a way to end their curse. I only wish I could be there to provide you with help. I have gathered some information from the events that led up to their deaths, but I'm afraid it is not that much, and that you'll need to learn more on your own. Sincerely, Linnea. And that's where we'll end it.
I don't want to go to Maine.
In July, it's a perfect time.
Want to explore
The
the
black flies are
stable
gone.
and get some dogs.
I take one in agility.
Because you want to fight somebody.
I didn't really want to fight somebody.
Right.
I'm afraid they'll get away. I'm like, oh fuck.
Sorry that ran to 10, but
That's all right.
Well, we got started a little bit
we ate
later.
it a little later and stuff, but
If we bump one thing, is that what we're doing?
you can bump another thing now.
I'm gonna grab.
Can we buy a skill we don't already have?
Yeah, you can put one in a skill you don't have, or like I said, if you want to look at the talents, you can see if some of them would be helpful to you.
So, the other thing we gotta think about is... So find the skin to set her free. The boon received is the answer to finding their eternal peace.
That's the key phrase from the last piece.
Yes. And then, be warned of the danger that lurks across the river. Damnation awaits if you fail.
Eternal damnation.
Eternal.
Okay,
That's the first
alright.
one. Remember, across the river, that was the first one.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
And we were thinking like, oh, find the skin that sets her free. Maybe that was like part of that chest, the skin that was missing. But the silky was that the boon received. So this trident is going to be linked to this, but where we're going is going to take us. We have to be careful of a danger that lurks across the river. And I'm assuming eternal damnation awaits you if you fail.
You're in purgatory, my friend.
Yeah.
Eternal damnation.
I don't know how a priest would feel about wandering purgatory for eternity.
Well,
or anyone else, but
if that is God's will, then maybe my goal will, maybe my purpose will be to help guide those out of purgatory while I remain.
Good.
So
You'll have good company there.
I don't know about good company, but they're in purgatory for a reason.
Was it the Divine Comedy about you'll meet at least Virgil in purgatory?
yeah, wandering around and
Yes.
But
Cool, we did a lot of work.
that we're still on for
next session.
next session.
Yeah, we'll see how quickly and stuff, whether, because originally I was thinking the last one's going to be at least 2 sessions, but if you're okay with picking it up after the 4th of July,
Yeah.
I won't alter anything.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I just didn't want to, like...
Just let us run its course.
Yeah, okay, that's fine, because I
whatever.
was thinking I could probably shorten it up into 1 session, but it would be...
Well, but it's like
Kind of
I think
rushed.
it's going to depend on like Shawn and I put it together, but our characters hadn't put it to like this one. Like Shawn and I put it together.
I'm pulling from different books. So the first one was from the core book. This one was from the British Isle one. And the new one is, or the next one's going to be from the Carpathian.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
it's going to be more like
Yeah,
Slavic, Ukrainian, Russian type.
Fucking wolf's gonna eat us or something.
But we'll see everybody back here in 2 weeks.
Thanks for the
Yes.
forward.
All right. Okay. Thanks, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.